If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm a lie about a motive. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch it on YouTube with view for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Hello, Leroy. How are you?
Ooh, been getting ready for Thursday's feast,
Yeah.
and perhaps I did a little bit too much yesterday.
How so?
So I got to
Filibuster
clean.
a little bit so I can get to the other side of the glass.
So, oh, there he is. Vlad. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Nothing. I was just saying how I OD'd on
Food?
no. Not yet. When you talk to me next Monday, then I'll tell you my OD on food stories. So we haven't it's not gonna be a bunch of people. It's just another family. So I figured I was gonna go out back and I gotta clean my grill, gotta have my grill ready for my turkey. You know, I'm just doing turkey breasts.
Turkey. Okay, so you're not doing no drumsticks, no whole bird, just
Nope.
breast.
Just the breast.
Nobody wants to
Interesting.
do the bird anymore.
Interesting. We got a
It's-
bird.
You know,
got a bird?
We got a
you know
bird.
what the thing is
Who
that
does do that?
you can't fully enjoy the breast and see, follow me here. You can't fully enjoy the breast when you rip the turkey leg off and half the turkey come off. I like nice, clean. So I'm gonna just do, I got
You
the
got the
bone in.
carver. You don't like to carve.
Yeah, but you still have a problem when you get to them legs and stuff like that. So I like the breast. I got it bone in. So I said my grill got to be on point. I haven't cleaned my grill in a while. Let me tell you.
A bone in breast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Instead of like
And you're doing it on the grill?
yes, sir.
Interesting.
So
Not judging, just questioning. That's all.
yesterday I cleaned my grill while, of course, I was watching a little football outside. But I sat in a chair, cleaning, and it took me like 2.5 hours to clean it really good because I haven't cleaned it in a while.
Okay.
Then I went to get up to go watch, Shedeur, and I couldn't straighten because I had been sitting in the chair so long.
What do you mean you couldn't straighten your leg or anything?
No, my back, I was hunched over.
What?
So I was like, oh my goodness. So before I went and sat down to watch some football, I had to, so I just jumped in, got in the cold pool, then took a hot
That
shower.
worked?
I was good.
Okay.
I was good. Little
Warmed it up.
stretchy.
All right.
So then I watched that game, took a shower, fell asleep at 8:00.
Well, you didn't miss much on Sunday Night Football.
I know. Well, you know what? And as good as Tampa looked early, they got no players. When you
They
watch,
also, I mean, like they also kind of like, people are looking at this Tampa. Like Tampa did this a few years ago with Ryan Fitzpatrick, where like they got off to this crazy start.
right?
Yeah, they won a lot of games last minute. Maybe they're just not that great. Also,
Yeah, but they lost all of their weapons on offense.
they did for like 2 weeks.
No, they're still all gone.
Not all of them.
No, okay.
No, dude. Like the Rams are just
No. Their weapons are hurt. The Rams are better, but
the Rams are
The Rams
are
are, no, I'm not
everybody.
disputing. I'm not disputing the Rams. And how did they?
I feel like Godwin's been hurt for 3 years.
Bucky Irvin, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is out.
the-
How about the Rams
The left
getting rid of
tackle.
Aaron Donald and still being dominant?
Well, you know,
That was starting last year. Like they basically like had kind of a step back year, and then they
Right.
revamped the entire defense.
well, they
Right.
did this one thing. Those F them picks. Okay, they won the title. All right, we're gonna lose this year. Get the picks back, and then just go on from there, which they have.
Yep. Amazing. At I was
What
man,
happened? You have a
I
GM.
don't- I don't know what to make of the Browns because their whole offense looked different. They ran the offense conducive to Shedeur. They rolled them out, which is what I wish the Dolphins would do with Tua. He made some plays and he had some oopsies. I mean, some like no,
It's gonna happen. He's a rookie.
right. But the Raiders are just bad.
But you liked him better than Dylan Gabriel.
Yes.
You
One
did.
of the things,
Everybody
one of the
did.
things that he does, right? That Dylan Gabriel may have looked like he played quarterback, but he ain't make no plays. Shedeur, you got to deal with him trying to make too many plays, but he'll make some plays and some good throws that you're like, oh, okay, he's better.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Hey,
The
remember
Miami.
when I told you about all them double-digit spreads?
What did
they
you
all-
say? I mean, you usually go against them. I know that.
Yeah, they all covered. All the double-digit spreads.
Yeah, every NFL game is mostly one possession.
Right.
It's mostly how they go. That's how it's been. Cowboys, they came back yesterday. They won. I watched that
Yeah,
game.
it was 21-0.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
Came all the way back. Big
And
old gap
by the
by
way,
Saquon.
I watched that game. Let me just say this. CeeDee Lamb, whoop. Stop tapping your chest like it's my bad, dude. You the number one receiver. We supposed
I
to
think he
you
is the
supposed to
number
be
one
making
receiver.
exceptional plays, not making the simple plays.
I don't know if he is the number one receiver. I think his number one receiver status got taken on his own team because Pickens
Yes.
is killing it this year.
Yes.
He's the number one because his contract says so.
I mean, yes, I understand what the status is. I'm just telling you, Pickens has been incredible this year.
No, you're right.
Like it's been an insane season, and I got to tell you, I don't know if the Steelers had a good offseason. You know, like now that we're scoping in, they kind of went in on all these old guys. Like, did the Jalen Ramsey thing work out? Because Minka's like really played well the last month. Like,
yeah, but there's a big difference. See, when you trade Minka for Jalen plays a position. Minka is versatile in that you can move him all around, so that if he should happen to lose his skills, you still can find a spot for him.
They've been talking about moving Jalen Ramsey for years. They're like, oh, he's going to be a safety. They're going to be a safety. I never see Jonnu Smith do anything for them. I never see him do anything. And it feels like all I see is tight end highlights for the Steelers, whether it be that monster who's ragdolling people or Freiermuth or whoever they got.
Never Jonnu Smith.
I have yet to see a Jonnu Smith Pittsburgh Steelers highlight. I don't think it exists.
It did week one, but I mean that's Art Smith in that offense. So
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
mean,
All
they
I'm
do
saying
have-
is
They do have that left tackle playing tight end that's just killing everybody.
I get no, but that's my point. They went out and they made this big trade. And I'm like, did they win? Like, did they win any of their trade? Now you got
Yeah,
Aaron
they got
Rodgers.
Metcalf too.
Aaron
But
Rodgers.
they
has the
went all
energy
in.
They had Aaron Rodgers has the energy to flip off the cameras, but not play quarterback. You know, so I don't know if this Steelers thing. Obviously the Ravens are humming now. You know, as most people thought they would be. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is
well,
going to work out for the
So then
Steelers.
let me ask you this: so Jonnu Smith was in a no-win situation, regardless. Then
I don't know if he was in a no-win situation. I'm
If
just
he
telling you.
played here. The team stunk in the
Vlad,
beginning.
Let me tell
And-
you, in the situation you're talking about, what most players will do is get the money.
Right.
So
he
that's
got the money.
so he got a payday.
No, yeah, but when I'm saying when we're looking at these former Dolphin players, other than Jalen Phillips, who went to a good situation, it would have been the same situation regardless. They
Yeah.
would have been struggling
He would
here.
have
they
been
would have
used
been
more
struggling there.
here. He would have been used more here.
But okay, use more here, but not paid.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's in that situation, he only got one more money grab, right? Regardless of what your situation is.
I'm just saying, from my standpoint, the Steelers basically they gave away the guy who's second in the league in receiving yards in Pickens and Minka Fitzpatrick, and I don't know if they necessarily got better anywhere.
Right.
Like
Right.
they're not that good.
They got rid of Pickens because he's a knucklehead.
No, I get it. I understand. Pickens is a pain in the ass. I understand that, and Mike and Tomlin doesn't like dealing with pains in the asses, but you still just gave him up because he's a pain in the ass. You didn't give him up because he wasn't good.
Right.
Aren't you supposed to be like Mr. Disciplinarian? Like you're Mike Tomlin.
I got to tell you, and think about this. Let's just look at it this way. I give you a choice. Vlad, I give you the choice.
God.
Pickens or Metcalf?
Whoever's younger.
Pickens.
They're the same receiver.
No, they're not.
Pickens and Metcalf, they pretty much gonna be divas. They're big.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about production. DK Metcalf is
I'm gonna take
a go guy. He ain't running a whole bunch of other stuff.
Right, and that's what they thought about Pickens. But it seems to me in this Brian Schottenheimer offense, Pickens is being able to. He's utilized more than he was in the Art Smith offense.
Yeah, well,
I'm looking at the offensive coordinator.
Right. Okay.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Well,
I'm looking at your offensive coordinator, what your offense runs.
He's gonna have to go a lot more because he's got half the yards and touchdowns of Pickens.
Right. But think about it. Pickens wasn't utilized like this in that Art Smith offense last year.
I think every time I tuned into Pickens on the Steelers, it felt like he was making the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life. And then he would be pissed off. It was kind of like a AJ Brown thing where he was just pissed off all the time.
Pittsburgh could do that to you.
Maybe Pittsburgh, because Jerry, he's like Pickens. I love that guy. Let's give him a CD's contract too. I'll pay him both.
Man, this was all scripted yesterday, bro.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you this. Nobody's, even though by name and players, the 4:30 Thanksgiving game should be great. But if KC was 5-6 instead of 6-5, and Dallas was 4-6-1, that doesn't have the same luster. Doesn't have the same, the same attraction. But now that KC won a thrilling overtime game, and Dallas comes back from a 21-0 deficit, now you got 5-5-1 Dallas versus 6-5 KC.
Great Turkey Day slate.
There you go.
Great Turkey Day.
You know what's crazy about that game though? Like, Indy didn't win the game, but to stop a team on the 1 yard line at the end of a game to force overtime, like, holy smokes.
Yeah, but you couldn't move anything in the fourth quarter. Daniel Jones.
You know why? He took over. But fourth quarter in overtime?
Yeah, 15 to go.
Oh. Well, I'm talking about on the defensive side.
We'll take a break here on the program. Back with more to this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Lot of winning going on this weekend. The Banks! They beat FC Cincinnati 4-0. They advanced to the Eastern Conference Final on Saturday. They will host New York City FC, 6 o'clock for the Pinks.
That's the conference championship.
Nothing gets past you, dude.
I mean, he did say it.
Hmm?
He did say
I said it was the Eastern Conference Final. I literally said that.
-1.
We ain't got to wait a month.
Yeah, Leroy's on. You know what it is? I can tell. Everybody's on. When it's that week, when it's holiday and the holidays, it's holiday time. Everybody's on shutdown mode. Everybody's on shutdown mode, man. Am I lying? You on shutdown mode right now. Let's be real.
No, not
In
really.
This game, that's for the championship.
Thanks, you idiot.
Don't get the less out of me. You didn't have the listening ears on. Miami Hurricanes, they beat Virginia Tech 34-17. Carson Beck was awesome in this game. 320 yards, 4 touchdowns. Malachi Toney continuing to do baby Jesus type things. 12 catches, 146 yards, a touchdown for him. They will close out the regular season at Pitt at noon on Saturday. But really a game that was never in doubt. They put a little, the VaTech put a little window dressing on it, and then Canes like, we're taking the window dressing away.
I would say a lot of people don't realize how many people are hurt on that defense, that they're just starting to come back. They've been getting off the faster starts, maybe not scoring, but looking more aggressive, not just, trying to dominate and wear you down. They've been making an attempt to get ahead early and then play that style of football. So, yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think when it gets down to it, you beat Pittsburgh after what they just did, then we can have a conversation because they look really good offensively. But until then, to complain about where you are now, doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're, it doesn't matter just because they've already resigned. Like, they're doing the crime right in front of you. That's why.
No, that's not.
It's already been determined by these hacks in their stupid little
There's
building.
still football to be played, but when you sit back and complain about your situation and don't take care of your business, then you can't. There's nothing you can say. And so all I would say is that everybody saw what Pittsburgh did last week to Georgia Tech. If you go out and beat them and are convincing with that victory, then you can have a complaint. But to have a complaint before you've handled your business is a moot point. And we have this conversation every year going into November. Every year. And what ends up happening? They spit the bit last month of the season. So let's do it the other way. Take care of your business. You put yourself in this situation. Go out and handle your business and then complain when it's all done.
Okay, but if they do, then you'll acknowledge that it's stupid that Notre Dame's in front of them?
No.
So then what's then? So
because you don't have an argument until we get to that point.
Okay, but I'm asking you, try and put on your hypothetical hat.
Okay.
I'm asking you, we're sitting here at 4:00 on Saturday. They just beat Pitt on the road.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So then you'll be at the spot where they should be ahead of Notre Dame?
No.
Okay. Well, then
I don't think.
Why would you make a declaration of that?
Because you've been complaining for 2 weeks. And Tobin, understand this. I don't make these rules up, but it has been true and try over the years of the college football playoff. If you lose early, you have a chance to build it up regardless of who you lose to. We can't go back 3 months and say, okay, well, we beat them. After you lost in between there to 2 unranked teams.
Okay, but like barely lost to
No,
2
it
unranked teams.
doesn't
Like,
matter.
it's not like they got smoked by those unranked teams. They lost an overtime game, and they lost by a field goal with their quarterback having the worst game of his season.
That you were favored by 20 plus.
Understood, but whatever.
Okay,
Like they had a terrible.
You
Like
don't think that matters?
nobody's had a stinker.
But you don't think that
crazy.
matters?
I just think that this is one of those things where it matters. I understand it, but the thing that's crazy to me and will never make sense to me is in sports, always and forever, head to head has mattered. It's
Not
mattered.
3 months ago.
It does, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I hate to tell you that, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter. Whenever the tiebreakers happen, they happen.
Okay.
Whenever the schedule makers make the game, your head to head always means the most. Like
Okay.
even in the dumbass NBA tournament, which is stupid, the Heat have like a plus gazillion in the point differential. The thing that's going to matter on the tiebreakers at the end of it is going to be what?
Here.
Head to head.
But that would here. That would matter if you were talking about the conference. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, it should
all
matter
the
in
things
any-
that all the
it
things
should
that
matter in
you're
any-
all the things that you're talking about is with group play, conference play, a way to separate them moving forward.
It's just semantics. It's like it's one of these
It's
things
not
where
semantics.
it is because they don't have a conference to play for, so you can't even
So
go.
should
apple to
Florida
apple
State
on it.
be
They play
ranked above Alabama?
it. Their record's not the same, so no.
Okay.
So don't be silly. I mean, obviously,
I'm
the
just
Canes
saying,
are 4 and 4. They shouldn't be
at
ranked.
no
Like,
point
that's
in
why I
time.
can't have. It's like you're not having a conversation with a grown up with you.
No,
On
but
this.
here, the road to get back to this point was greater for Miami because the drop you had when you lost to 2 ranked unranked teams, you dropped more than Notre Dame did for
Yeah, but here's
whatever
the thing
reason.
But here's the thing: is I just asked you. You've been saying for the last 2 weeks if the Canes take care of their business. Well, they took care of their business this past week. They handled
Right.
Virginia Tech with ease.
Right.
So now Pittsburgh just handles Georgia Tech,
Correct.
which was having a great season. So
Yep.
if they beat Pitt on the road,
Mm-hmm.
8-3,
Mm-hmm.
just got ranked,
Mm-hmm.
you're still telling me that Notre Dame deserves to be ahead of the Canes.
I think they positioned themselves so they can make the move to put Miami up ahead. Do you see how close Miami and Notre Dame
I'm
are?
asking you, Texas two-step. Just answer the
don't-
question.
No.
Okay.
Like,
So, in your eyes, you don't think Miami's a better team than Notre Dame right
at this
now.
point, no, I don't.
But if they finish with the same record, which would be 10-2,
Right.
if Notre Dame beats Stanford Saturday night, Miami beats Pittsburgh Saturday
Notre
night.
Dame's going to kill Stanford.
All right,
terrible.
cool.
Great.
Right.
So
Cool.
if they
So do the
finish-
Canes, by the way.
They finished 10-2.
We're correct.
You do think Miami should get into the college football playoff before
Yes.
Notre Dame because
I
of the
do.
head.
Yes.
But that's
Yes.
if both teams finish with the same
Correct.
record.
But if you notice the way it's gone, see, at no point in time did Notre Dame have to come back from 19th in the country.
Yeah, which
the
by the way, people were mocking when they were 0-2 and still ranked. People thought it was
24th.
unbelievably stupid.
Yeah, they were ranked 23rd. They were like the only team 0-2 and still ranked in the top
Right.
20.
People thought that was already like, oh, here they go. They're getting that because they didn't want this situation because they get favorable treatment, which has been my entire point on
But
this.
when you start, where did they start? 9, 10?
They started 6.
They started 6th in the country.
Yeah, which by the way is just
So they dropped 18 spots.
they're 6th. Says who?
They dropped 18 spots.
They dropped when they lost to Miami, and then they dropped when they lost to Texas A&M. But
Right.
usually if you lose 2 times in the
But
top,
but
top
but
25
again,
teams, you're out of the top.
part of the reason why they didn't drop out of the top 25,
Because they Notre Dame.
it was because it's too okay.
It's because they're Notre Dame, dude. Like just
All right.
just like I don't know why this
Yeah,
is
it
such
must
a
have
crazy
happened to
thing.
me too, because I'm Michigan. Because we
Yeah,
were 0
the
2
Blue
in rank.
Bloods don't. They listen when they want the Blue Bloods, they're gonna keep
Yeah,
the Blue Bloods.
they'll finagle it however they want to. Blue
This-
Bloods,
this-
SEC.
This argument, okay, that the basic fundamental thing that you guys are off on is this. You can't complain where you're ranked when you lose to 2 unranked teams. You can't.
Fine, but I can complain if I have the same record as the team that I beat.
Not, but see, you're looking at, and here's the thing. Instead of being disappointed in what your team did, you're looking outside of that and saying, well, we beat them, we should be higher than
I don't
them.
understand why you
What
can't
about your
compartmentalize
own
this. This is the
situation?
thing that's
You lost
crazy to me.
to unranked teams.
It's like both things can be true. The Canes yacked it up, but also this is a stupid system. Like the whole
The
point of
system
having
has been what it is for
if we were down
years.
to if we were down
And
to
you're
a four,
only
if we were
complaining
down
about
to
it
a-
because of the situation your team is in.
Yeah, welcome to sports, dude. I'm gonna complain about the things that have to involve my team. Congratulations, you really
Okay.
solved that one, Cluso. Like,
All right.
I mean, like that's that. Like, of course, I'm gonna be sitting here complaining about what's happening to the Canes, but also it's crazy how Notre Dame just gets these insane passes for what? What have they done? Was it beat USC? Is that their feather in the cap?
That in Pittsburgh.
Like, come on, what are we doing here?
Nah, here's the thing. If I beat you and we finish with the same record, that's the tiebreaker. I know there's no
If-
tiebreaker.
and-
Every sport
but
ever,
Vlad,
ever.
what I've
It
been
has
saying,
numbers.
Vlad, and what I've been saying for the last 3 weeks is that
Let's get
if
to
you
the-
look at the standings, they're moving Notre Dame and Miami close enough that you can have that argument. But to have that argument when you're so far apart is ridiculous. But now that they're closer together, you can have that argument after next week. That's all I've been saying.
All right, so here's what it
Well, you
is.
just
So-
said it wasn't an argument, though. That was my
It-
first question to
It's
you
an
was
argument, but it's not an argument when you lose to two unranked teams. Sorry.
okay.
basically-
But you're still so you're gonna sit here your same argument. If the Canes beat Pitt, is still gonna be two unranked teams. That's still gonna be your argument and not head to head.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that while you guys are all complaining about where your team is ranked, if you have been paying attention to the rankings, they have moved Notre Dame and Miami closer together so that if that presents itself, we can now have an honest conversation. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what I'm saying is because they're so close, it could very well happen.
Yeah, but your main argument still is
Don't complain about your situation when you lose to two unranked teams.
Cool.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it. Okay.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter who you beat.
No, not if you lose to two unranked teams.
All right, we'll take a break. Back up to this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Let's get to a little 15 minutes of heat here, brought to us by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. And while you guys were watching football yesterday, if you guys weren't into the hoops, the Miami Heat, they beat the Philadelphia 76ers yesterday, 127-117. No Embiid, no Edgecombe for the Sixers, but they did have I can't
Maxey.
believe Paul George still plays for them. I'm like, what? He's
What?
Still hanging around, huh?
I didn't. What did he play well? Because I know he played
Not
well
really.
his first game back.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, he's old.
No, he didn't play that great. Maxey played good, but then the Heat were like, oh, they just have Maxey, and they had Watford for them played pretty good, and then McCain. I gotta tell you about this McCain. Got a little too big for his britches right off the bat because he hit Drew Smith with a too small in the first quarter, and Drew Smith then was just like, "Cool, dude. Yeah, we're gonna lock that bleep up for the rest of the and remainder of the day." But no, Norman Powell he's amazing. He's like he can't be. He's just on a complete tear for this Miami Heat team. He's been unbelievable. 32 points yesterday, but just is like so in the flow state. Everything seems to be working for him. Kel'el Ware, I mean, now the light bulb looks like it's gone off.
He got the message.
Now he loves rebounds. Like finally it got to him where it's just like, oh, he's like, I can make a monster impact. And this happened like second quarter. I think he ended up with like 3 putbacks on like one basket. And he was gobbling it up. He had a career high in offensive rebounds yesterday. He's been awesome.
He's a great player prop on the Hard Rock Bet.
They're not onto it yet. He's like these 2 games this weekend. He puts up 30 rebounds in 2 games on the road trip. The Heat, who weren't a good road team going into these games, they blew the doors off the Chicago Bulls.
Yes.
Killed them. 143-107. And honestly, the cool story about that one was Keshad, because Keshad finally got some time. No Andrew Wiggins on this trip, no Jovic. So you knew he was going to get some time. And Spo was like, I'm going to finally not play him at the 5. And he did great. He was just playing free. He was playing loose. He got a ton of rebounds. I mean, it wasn't the prettiest field goal percentage in the world, but he just got to play balls to the wall energy, which is basically what he should be doing.
Right.
And so he got to have a moment. Like it's been cool seeing this throughout the Miami Heat's run, where like it just feels like every single night could be anybody's night. It could be Fontecchio's night. It could be Norm Powell. Or most nights have been Norm Powell's night because he's awesome. But you know, it could be Wiggins' night. It could be Fontecchio's night. It could be Drew Smith's night. It could be Keshad Johnson's night. And they weren't 4 over 500 last year. They weren't 5 over 500 last year. They're 11-6. They're 3rd in the East. And they got the Mavericks in town tonight. And it is lining up. I believe it is going to be Tyler Herro's return tonight.
Oh, Boy Wonder makes his
return tonight for this Heat team, which is just
if they're slow,
absolutely humming right now.
If they're slow, because everybody trying to feel their way around, I'm going to be hot.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tyler, you see how the game has been played. You see how they've been playing.
Huh? You're not gonna give him time to get himself.
No, I am, but I'm saying that would just be like frustrating.
No, I get you. I'm going in optimistic. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I don't know, but it is tougher because your team is humming right now. It's kind of like, hey, don't hold us back, feeling this way out. You know, you want it to be like right off the bat. Like Bam came right back, seamless. He was just like, all right, we're playing awesome now. We're keeping it moving.
The ball's not in his hands all the time.
Yeah,
that's it. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, to go from here's the ball, go help us win, to now we have this. We running. Everybody gets a touch. Everybody open shot. Whoever has it takes it. That's a different kind of thing. Now I will say this: it ain't like he ain't been watching this. It ain't like he ain't been practicing this. So he has an idea of what's going on and how he's going to fit in. I'm always going to give him some leeway with that. He knows how he's going to fit in. He
I
don't
also
need to press.
I also kind of agree. Like, and I know, Tyler will use screens a lot and all that, but this was an offense and a team that was built around playing slow because their best player was a slow player. Like that's I don't think that was dictated on Tyler Herro. The reason that they played like that, I think it was a Jimmy Butler offense that they're trying to do that. I don't think he's somebody who can't do this. And, I think it's unfortunate that, some of the times that he's been out, the team has had great runs, but I'm also wondering, like, how potent can this look as well because of the shooting display that you can have from Norm Powell and Tyler Herro. He's been a guy who's had some good chemistry with Kel'el Ware as well. So I don't know, going into it optimistic. I'm going into this optimistic. This is going to be an interesting week. You got this game. You got the Bucks NBA Cup game on Wednesday.
You should always feel good when you add talent to your roster.
Right.
So from that standpoint, you're looking at what Norm does and what Tyler does. They do very similar things. Norm just got a little bit more back to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday, he winked at Kyle Lowry after getting the N1 because he got like 3 times. I think he got the Sixers to bite on 3-point fouls.
Does he not get everybody?
Gets everybody. I mean, he's just like,
yeah, he learned it from Harden.
Nice try. Good job.
Oh, you learned that from Harden? Harden is the master, isn't he?
Yeah.
Harden is fall into the stands. I think, he would tell you that he learned that watching Dwayne Wade. That's what he would say as a guy who said my favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade and not fat bum James Harden. That's not a direct quote from him, but you get it.
You just had to take a shot.
Yeah.
What?
Ain't nobody saying nothing bad about nobody. We ain't saying nothing about preferences. We ain't saying nothing about none of that.
I'm just, I think it's important to bridge the facts.
Okay.
How excited are you today?
I'm very excited. What do you mean how excited I am? This team is humming right now. Kel'el Ware is a monster.
Hey, can we get, if there's one, can we get him to be more physical on his putbacks? He's too big to be tapping.
We're just getting it back is big.
Yeah. No, I know. That's why I'm a little. I don't want to put it out there because I really like what he's doing.
Man.
You're working on it.
Leroy, you're rough, bro.
No, I'm not rough.
You are, bro. You don't. I don't know. Maybe it's the Bo Schembechler. Maybe he's Bill Belichick in your mind.
No.
Like, can we just take step by step? But
yes, I just said that. I said, listen, I don't want to. But he's right there.
But there's a but. There's always a but. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not true.
He is. I understand what Leroy's saying. I know that there's times where the touch looks a little, but I think that's going to come because here's the thing that I look at. I think when you make the most difficult shots, that means that you can get the easy shots eventually. You know what I mean? Like he'll throw up some crazy stuff off the glass and I'll be like, how do you do that? But not the one that's right there. That's crazy. You're right there, dude. So I feel like that stuff.
I think he rushes. Like he wants, like when he gets the tap, he taps it, and it's like, yo.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you one thing I do love though, and I'm gonna thank Vlad's boy Landry Shamet for dunking on his ass, because I'm telling you.
Oh, when he got banged on
when Shamet dunked on him, he didn't like that. Okay, and then the next game, he gets the old Steel and Statue of Liberty dunk, and he flexes right at Landry Shamet, which is ridiculous. He's Landry Shamet. But I'm like, but he's not a guy who's shown a ton of emotion. He's been very even keel. And these last handful of games, you're seeing him flex. You're seeing him show off the face. You're seeing him buy into that type of stuff. Like he's just playing with more emotion. And I love that from him.
I think everybody's loving on him getting those rebounds, the tough rebounds. He's all over. He's not just getting rebounds on the rim. He's going all over the place to get rebounds. And I think the rest of the team is kind of like, yeah, this is what we need you for. And he's feeling it.
I'm so excited. Norm Powell was like crashing his interview when Amy Ottawa was interviewing him in the locker room. And she's like, is this I think it was like something like, is this the player, you envision yourself being? And Norm Powell's like, he's going to be better. He's going to be way better, dude. I'm telling you, it doesn't stop here. And Kel'el Ware's like, I'll just co-sign what he said. I just love everybody's going into this with trying to pump this kid up. It's awesome. It's awesome because you know people are always, oh, is this going to go the other way? Nope. Doesn't feel like it's gone the other way at all. Feels like it's just gone. Everybody has gotten on board with him, and now he's feeling the love all over the place. It's been really exciting to see him and Bam playing together.
Did the turnaround come with the UD text?
Yeah, because I definitely think it coincided with that loss.
Y'all sleeping on UD?
Oh, so wait a minute. When somebody co-signed what UD was saying, and then UD went against that person, was that maybe a little spark, a little inspiration?
I'm not saying I'm taking any credit. I think what the thing is like I'm supposed to be yelled at. I'm getting yelled at because I'm not supposed to mention stuff that we're all watching on television. He knows.
So you pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, just don't do that to Udonis Haslam.
Just don't do that.
Don't tell people my feelings in public, which I won't, unless I feel the need to. Pelle Larsen's face okay?
Why, his nose broke again?
He keeps getting hit in the face, and Spo is a sicko because Spo's like, we should track that. Is anybody getting hit in the face more than him?
But his nose stop getting in the way.
It's not. I mean, he
does put his face into everything.
He's chin checked. He's like, boom, like Mortal Kombat style, dude.
And you know what that has? You know when you get in that good basketball position, you bite everybody's elbows. I mean, he need to put one of them. What's the who is it? The Green Bay wide receiver Dobbs. One of them Dobbs
with the Gazoo helmet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but it's rough. And then it's like 50-50 if he's going to get the call. He did yesterday. He got the charge and then he got the face call. So I was like, oh, thank God. Because when you take that face call, you get the Goron where you lose a chiclet and they still call the foul on you. That's tough.
We call that the Gogi.
But he has been he was exposed the classic thing yesterday. He was like 2 for 13, couldn't buy a bucket. No Pelle Larsen shots were going in. But he goes, doesn't matter. I don't even care. Impact winning. Yeah.
Winning plays. Winning plays.
That face bruised. You know?
You can't take a guy to the game that's giving his face up for the cause.
It's a tough thing, right? Because like Davion Mitchell's been playing awesome too. He's been such a great point guard for this team. He almost he flirted with the triple-double yesterday. You know, I feel bad, but also maybe it'll all be a good thing. I don't know.
Oh, can I give you an update? Update.
Sure.
I talked to Bernie. He said hasn't felt this good in years.
That's awesome.
They were supposed to keep him another 3 weeks. They might discharge him early this week.
Wow.
So yeah, he says he feels really good. Now he's still texting me at 2 a.m. That's a whole nother.
Hospitals can be weird with that.
Yeah, he's always done that. I'll get up in the morning and a text comes in at 1:30. You up? And I'm like, I'll text him back at like 7:30 in the morning. Nope.
Doesn't he know that you don't put a ringer? You have a strobe light on your phone?
It doesn't. He don't.
Doesn't compute
Dude,
with
it's
him?
not. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Bernie want to talk. He hitting you up at any time.
I wish I had a teammate like that, so that if the wife or girlfriend sees somebody texting you at 2:30 in the morning, she just it's Bernie. It's nobody else.
Yeah,
it's got to be Bernie.
Bernie alibi.
The Bernie alibi.
Who's
texting you at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Bernie.
Yeah, that's your best bet.
Yeah.
That's your best excuse.
Yeah.
Take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines. Happy that Bernie's doing much better because that was scary.
Yes, very. I've been going through it with him for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like not knowing, you know what I mean? Because it gets to a point where you don't know. It's got to happen quick.
All right. We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Dolphins will be back in action this week. They got the Saints on Sunday.
Woo!
Going?
Huh?
You going?
No,
Leroy won't even support his hometown team.
not at this current. I supported him my whole youth, wearing a bag over my head. I don't need to go back.
Well, Dolphins are Mike McDaniel speaking at the podium as we speak.
Oh man, we've had a week off. My ears, my brains feel so relaxed.
Felt
rested.
revitalized.
Re-energized, man.
Well, the headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. As he says, Darren Waller's practice window will open up on Wednesday. So the Dolphins could be getting their tight end back this week after he suffered a pec injury. No timetable on James Daniels, who, of course, lasted 4 snaps.
This team is infamous for that, right? Is that they bring a guy in, he's a little banged up. We finally getting him. And within 3 seconds, he's out for a substantial amount of time.
Unreal.
Chris Greer.
Really is just it's a marvel. It is a marvel. Austin Jackson, he had his window open last week, so he could be getting closer to him. Andrew Meyer, backup center, he could also be back as soon as well, according to McDaniel. So nothing firm, but does look like they are getting some bodies back.
Which one? Because the offensive line hasn't been terrible lately. But
They have not.
Which one of these guys would say Austin Jackson would make the biggest impact? One of the problems is that, remember what I was telling you, that sometimes it's not how talented you are, but the cohesiveness in which you work with when it's offensive line.
Right. And
because all 5 guys are never, listen, as all the offensive lines I played on with, you always got 1 or 2 that are, but if they're consistent and they play together, the other guys kind of work as a unit. They all work as a unit. The fact that this team over the last couple of years has had so many different lineups, I think that is the biggest issue. Because look, we've had some consistency out of this offensive line for what, 7-8 weeks?
Yeah.
And they've gotten progressively better. So does that mean all of a sudden the talent got? No, when you work together, you learn each other and what you need to look out for and where you need to help more if you're the guy next to him. So it has more to do with the cohesiveness and a lot less to do with the actual talent, even though you need talent. Let me stop. You do need some talent.
For sure.
But if you're working with the same guys, it's easier to cover up those things that the guy next to you can't do.
Well, hopefully, if he's back, I hope his toe is like all the way back because,
dude,
he's been out. I mean, obviously, he's been dealing with this since camp. So I'm just hopeful that when he comes back, he is back, because then I don't want to he's in, then we're out, then we're back doing this whole thing again. Because Larry Borum started the year terribly.
So did Savaianaya.
Yeah, but yeah, they've been playing really well. Cole Strange is, remember, he was a late minute addition, so he kind of is getting his grips. He's got that great Gazoo helmet too as well. But I mean, yeah, I think Borum's just going to be that's going to be the easy play there. You're not going to not play Austin Jackson, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just like, man, it's something about, especially with that unit, getting a flow.
No, I get you.
And sometimes you can just change one piece because that guy may be a better player, but it doesn't, it takes them a while to get acclimated to one another. I've always said that to you, though. I've always said the most important thing about offensive line is not how good they are, how long they work together. because they can all figure it out. Believe me, the offensive line knows who's their weakest link.
Tyler Herro and Austin Jackson should go to Panera Bread together this week and have a conversation about not rocking the boat too much. Just keep it going.
You know Tyler go come in and take 5 threes in the first 10 minutes of the game. You know, come on.
Oh, he's got an intangibles matchup tonight too.
Who?
Cooper Flag?
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
Oh, this is the battle. He's the greatest.
Compared to Tyler, Cooper
Jamal
Flag is a giant. They stopped playing him at point guard, so maybe they got a chance because he used to kick that thing all over the place.
Khalil better not get dunked on by Flag.
Oh, because they just won't stop talking about it?
They won't.
You know what's going to happen, though? When Khalil dunks on him, no one's going to say a word about it because the bums won't talk about it.
Well, no, Khalil, he got to deal with Cooper Flag.
I don't think he got to deal with anybody. I think Lively's out. I don't think 80's officially ruled out, but he's doubtful.
That's going to be interesting.
You know what that is? That's his career. They can say when they induct him into the Hall of Fame, he gonna get inducted in, and they're gonna say doubtful.
He wasn't doubtful in the 2020 NBA Finals.
No, sir. But that's it.
Yeah, finally.
Like there's certain guys, Vlad.
It's funny how they always
guys that get max contracts throughout their whole career and don't play.
My favorite thing though with the bubble finals is they always call the Heat bubble frauds because Tyler Herro and Duncan Robinson could shoot, even though they've been great shooters their whole life. But Anthony Davis hitting threes and Rajon Rondo hitting threes wasn't the one that
Rajon Rondo hitting threes was like
strange.
Vlad, to this day.
Strange.
Because every time Rajon goes against the Heat, he doesn't like you guys.
Yeah,
all right. He thinks Dwayne Wade broke his arm on purpose.
Doesn't matter.
He's a psycho.
I saw him drop 40 on you guys here.
The dude got cheeks up one game against the Heat.
The crazy thing about it is
on around like a top.
To this day, if Rajon Rondo's behind the 3-point line, everybody in the league is backing off.
Fine.
Yeah.
Except when he goes against Miami.
Yeah, and he starts shooting. He starts shooting like Steph Curry.
Here, sitting here hitting 3 after 3. It's crazy talk. Anyway, so yeah, that's your health update for the Miami Dolphins as they're getting ready. Liam Eichenberg apparently nowhere close to being back.
What did he do?
I don't know. Not sure, dude.
Wait, can I ask a question? This
Sure.
is not trying to be mean or anything.
But you're gonna be mean.
You said Liam Eichenberg is not close to being back. Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
Wait, he hasn't played this whole season, has he?
No.
You didn't answer my question. Because I
don't feel like I need to pile on. You know how I feel. He sucks. I don't feel like I think people know my opinion of Liam Eichenberg. And by the way, Omar Kelly, for the first 3 weeks.
By the way, Liam Eichenberg would be one of the top 5 linemen.
Oh, please get out of here!
I'm telling you,
he's not anybody's top 5.
I'm telling you,
he's not anybody's top 5.
Okay,
dude. He was sitting here. You're gonna miss Liam Eichenberg. You're gonna miss him. Guess what? Hasn't happened yet, Omar. Hasn't happened. He was trying that take for weeks on me.
All right.
And it's not like he was wrong as far as where the depth of the offensive line was. Yeah, it looked really bad, but now they've had time together. Now I don't, and so now you're gonna get Meyer back. You know, you get a little bit of depth. Trust me, I have not. But not even when Tua was running for his life. Not when they couldn't run the ball. I have not thought once to myself, we could really use Liam Eichenberg back. Not once. Does that answer your question?
No, I mean, I got you. I knew your feelings on the matter. I don't think you realize that Liam Eichenberg is one of your top 5 offensive linemen.
Let me tell you something right now. If Liam Eichenberg is a top 5 offensive lineman, you only have 4 linemen.
and I would say this. I'm gonna take that back for this reason. It's amazing if I were to say one of the things that's amazing is how this offensive line has grown from the start of the season to now. to where we don't even have conversations about the offensive line. We talk about other positions. We
It's been
talk
nice.
about play calls. We talk about all these things when for the last 2 years, we've been talking about the offensive line getting Tua killed. So, like, while we sitting here complaining about the season hasn't been great, and talk about how poorly Tua has played, we can't say that the offensive line is one of those reasons as of right now. Maybe early on.
Now Mako says no Eichenberg, no Tua concussions. Interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Hey, do you know what that's called? Vlad, that's called putting 2 and 2 together.
I was saying. He makes a point.
It might not be true, but it is a valid point, and there's some accuracy to that.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Take a break.
Oh.
Back after this. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. FM 104.3 WQAM. Leroy, can you get a weather update from
Sure can.
Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable Rude AC systems? Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
Has anybody used their AC? I haven't used my AC in a couple of days.
I used it yesterday.
But it is warming up, folks. We got a breeze, and it is partly cloudy. And with that breeze and the partly cloudiness, winds look like they're coming out of the east-northeast. And it's probably 10 to 15 miles an hour, maybe gusting a little bit higher. I'm going to say it's about 83 degrees now because, again, it has been warming up a little bit. But other than that, still no rain. Although the way it is cloudy and it hasn't been in the last couple of weeks, I'd be on the lookout for a little rain.
It's raining Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
Okay. 55% chance of rain.
That's it?
Well, if it's 55% chance it's going to rain, that's pretty much a good chance it's going to rain in South. Because 10% is guaranteed rain, at least down here. It's 81 degrees. Sunny conditions expected around noon. Wind gusts are up to 13 miles per hour. The wind is blowing 9 miles per hour, east-northeast.
Yep.
There you go. He's a golfer. I went to the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua thing on Friday.
It's
I gotta
funny, but when you send back like comments, it's always about the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
His accent is glorious.
Oh, what a chap. What a chap this Anthony Joshua
Did you fall
is.
in love with Anthony Joshua?
Can I tell you something about Anthony Joshua? What a delight.
He smitten you, didn't he?
Oh,
You were smitten.
when he said it's gonna be cracking. I was like, yeah, dude, like love on him. It's gonna be bullshit. I'm like, yeah, keep using those words. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. But let me tell you something, Vlad.
He's a big boy.
I can realize how much bigger he is than
I'm a little worried for Jake.
Leroy.
I think Jake Paul, he saw a moment when he's walking across stage to that guy. And I think everybody, like his handlers, everybody's just like,
that face-to-face picture they took. Jake Paul is looking at his
scared.
belly button. He looked like he's looking at his belly button. Well, you might as well.
You know, Joshua looking at him like, you want to bite it? You want to bite at this apple? You want to bite at the big boys?
And Jake is roided up right now.
yeah, well,
And he don't look. He still
not,
looks small.
He's not in his weight class. Like literally, like being next to both of them, I'm like, well, you're different. You're way different than him. That's not good. And I think, you know what the thing is? Sometimes this happens in the fight game. All right, where if you were to believe this is legit, okay, and I don't think Anthony Joshua was taking a dive because Anthony Joshua was like, hey, why was it 8 rounds? Why not? He goes, make it as many rounds as you want. Doesn't matter. I'm going to knock him out. Doesn't matter. Make it 6 rounds. Doesn't matter. You make it whatever you want to. And I think Jake.
Look at Jake.
Wait,
He looked over at him and said, oh, you put your fist up, I'm putting my fist up.
Yeah. He's like, he's sitting there and we're like, he dwarfs Jake Paul. But
oh my goodness.
Wait, how much is Joshua right now?
He's only about 250, 245, 250.
He can't be more than 245.
Because that's the fight.
That's his catch weight limit. He cannot weigh more than 245 pounds.
He looks like he's at 248 pounds.
You know what's amazing? So they have that catch weight.
Yeah.
But then he was going to fight old boy that he weighed 40 pounds more than.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, Leroy, I think he's in trouble, dude. I really do. I think this is one of those.
Think?
No. Like, I think everybody in his team, I think everybody around were like, oh, we may have done it.
Hey, bit off more than we could chew.
We may have bit off more than we can chew.
You know what?
And that's what I asked. That was my question to AJ. I was like, hey, I remember when you fought Francis Ngannou, you looked kind of like you felt bad after knocking him out. Do you feel like Jake Paul bit off more than he can chew? And like a gentleman, he goes, oh, no, love, you know, he's more than everybody ain't
First
no
of all,
chance,
hold
yo.
on,
He ain't no
time out,
chance.
time out. Hold on.
There's
He called you love.
No, he didn't go.
Okay, then.
come on. Hey,
Hey,
Vlad,
Come on.
Vlad,
no chance.
Stop.
Vlad, you are not used to these things, right? You gotta kind of just take it. When Tobin goes to the fight game and he comes back, we gonna hear stuff in native tongue. We
No,
gonna
I
hear
get that.
right.
But Anthony Joshua calling another man love. I don't think so.
Dude.
Right. No.
No, but he was trying to sell me on that. He goes, in my 13th fight, I only fought such and such, and he goes, his whole claim was, I became an Olympic champion training 3 years. I'm like, look at you. You're a freak. And you're heavyweight, so like, and that happened with Bronze Bomber too. Like, he didn't have a ton of amateur experience. And worked his way into an Olympic champion. Heavyweight, if you're a freak in heavyweight, you can make some moves pretty quick.
I mean,
this guy got to the belt very quickly.
If you got knockout power, you're gonna move up.
This guy, dude, I really think Jake Paul's promoter was like, oh man, we may have.
And he said this is not an exhibition, correct?
No.
This is Queensberry rules.
Queensberry, 8 rounds of heavyweight boxing. No stipulations other than the 45. That's the only one, is he can't weigh more than 245 pounds.
You know what's amazing about that? They asked him, you asked him, why did he go 10 rounds or 12 rounds?
I didn't ask him that. So somebody else asked him that. They're like, why not 10? Why not? He goes, doesn't matter. Like, I would have signed up. He goes, why wasn't it? He goes, they offered me 8. I said 8. Like, he didn't care. He's just like, I'll sign whatever.
Because he thinks it's going to go 2.
He's like, I'm going to. He really thinks he's like, come on. Like, I think Anthony Joshua, if he was meaner, could have just been like, come on, guys. What do you think is going to happen? But he is a delight. He's a very nice gentleman.
You know what? That's most of those boxers over there, right? Because we used to say it about Riddick. What's his name? Riddick.
Lennox Lewis.
Yes.
There's a lot of Lennox Lewis to AJ, for sure. There's a lot of Lennox Lewis to AJ. Tyson
very
Fury's,
cordial. Very cordial.
Tyson Fury is very nasty.
But they're very cordial to the point where people think they don't have that mean streak in them to fight.
Nick T says, is little Toby smitten with affection for this bloke? Just ask him out for some crumpets. Dude, I wish I could. I think he would say yes, because that's just how nice he is, or comes across as so nice. But dude, I'm telling you, like,
listen.
So you guys all saw that in the face-off too. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, I saw Jake Paul. I was like, Jake Paul being like, oh,
thank God he was wearing camouflage pants.
Yeah.
Or we would have seen,
dude,
a melted Twix. That's what we would have seen, because he looked scared. Like, he looked.
There comes
when he saw him.
Yeah.
He looked at his chest and he was like, oh snap, this guy's still going. He's
still going.
You know, when that happened to me, when Gilbert Brown tackled me with his pinky, and then he reached down to help me up, so I pulled my hand up and he basically just threw me back into the huddle. I was like, come on, dude. Really?
Now, does Anthony Joshua know he's going to get a talk to? Like, there's probably going to be some papers he's got to sign and stuff like that. There's no way.
You just think there's no way they're legitimately putting him in a ring with him?
Listen, I've been saying this for the longest, but
you thought this with Tyson, and I just told you Tyson was too old. Like, he just
fine, but he also was. I don't care what anybody says. This is Vlad's opinion only. They medicated Tyson.
You think that they sedated Tyson?
Well, did you not see the man walk chapless?
Yeah.
Okay, then. That was a sedated 60-year-old. Okay? Because if Mike Tyson.
Are we sure he's not a nudie? Like, he's not walking around nude all the
time?
Hey,
Tobin, he basically was on the same stuff when he talked to us.
He was in a great mood when he spoke to us.
Exactly. Mike Tyson's never in a great mood when he's about to go into a fight, into combat. Okay, he was sedated, so therefore we were not given what we were supposed to get.
So you think that if Mike Tyson was not high as a kite, that he could at his age beat a young man?
I think at his age he would have beat. I say he would beat, but could he hurt Jake Paul? Yes. Mike Tyson knows how to throw a professional punch. Jake Paul, not so much.
I think he could have hurt Mike Tyson if he wanted to.
And I also think Mike Tyson could have hurt him to the point where he was like, hey, Mike, Come on, man. You're messing up the script. You're messing up the script. That's what he told Mike. And Mike was like, oh, okay. And then took another gummy, and then that was it. But against Anthony Joshua, because he's a Brit. The Brit, he can't take a dive.
Well, he's also got 2 huge fights lined up. He's got 2 Saudi fights lined up, and he's one of them supposed to be against Tyson Fury.
You can't.
He's not taking a dive
You
against.
can't
Jake
mess
Paul.
up the church's money with that. No. You're gonna hurt that boy. And Kaseya Center in December. Get some chalk outline ready. Jake Paul.
It's just gonna do
Take a break. We'll hand out Leroy's game balls and game bums next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Leroy, what do you got today for your game balls and game bums?
Game ball is definitely going to go to Shedeur with all the crap that he's been through. Keep in mind, it was against the Raiders. Nonetheless, he made some good throws, and I don't care who you're playing. I don't care what the offense was. Look better than Dylan Gabriel has in any one start of his career. That's just facts. I can say why I thought he wasn't playing or whatever, but he got out there and played, and the facts are the facts.
Anybody going to stop Myles Garrett?
I wanted to give it to Myles Garrett, who broke Browns franchise record. And by the way, has 17 sacks after 11 games. Chew on that for a minute.
I thought it was 18.
It was 18, actually.
Oh, 18. He got another one. 18 sacks. And that team is just ruining a perfectly good defense.
We might have two records we might have two records broken this season in the NFL.
What?
JSN in Seattle. He already has a Seahawks record.
He got what, 1,300 after 11 games or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going after that 2,000 receiving yard mark, and Myles Garrett, so you might as well lock him in for that.
He
gonna get 25 sacks.
For 5 more sacks, that's all he needs for the record?
Yeah. He gonna get 25 sacks this year.
Sheesh.
And it's amazing. Well, the thing is that they can't always double him because Mason Graham is balling out too. And they got other guys along the defensive line. So it's hard to double Myles Garrett. So yeah. My game bum, I've already alluded to this. CeeDee Lamb.
Bum.
Dude, you can't be.
What a big game. There was a big win by the Cowboys. You're giving him the game.
Dude, come on, man. Every time I watch them, every time I watch the Dallas Cowboys, he tapping on his chest once or twice a game. Come on. Maybe it happened earlier in the year. He dropped a wide open pass.
I just saw Cam Ward's got to face Myles Garrett in 2 weeks. Yeesh.
Cam Ward, look, kudos to him, man. He getting this butt whooped, and he's still hanging in there.
They did hang in there. They showed a little moxie yesterday. It was good to see. Restrepo was active yesterday. Restrepo had a couple catches. Happy for him.
Yeah. Always about the intangibles playing intangibles positions, playing non-intangible positions.
I mean, Myles Garrett versus that offensive line.
Dude, what he is doing, the thing that separates him from LT was technically a linebacker that changed the way teams play and protect that position. Because he was a linebacker, but they put him at rush in. They hadn't done that, right? And Myles Garrett is just straight D lineman. So he's closer to Bruce Smith. He's closer to Reggie White, Michael Strahan, right? He's along those lines as far as playing the position. LT he changed the way football was protected. The way the NFL started protections, he changed all that. If LT had been like Michael Strahan or Reggie White, we would have already been blocking him with big guys. But for LT, first 2 years of his career, they were sending running backs out there to block him because he was a linebacker.
Well, he's a monster, and he can't be stopped right now.
Can't be stopped. You think how about this? If you're a team that need help on the rush and you say 3 first rounders for Myles Garrett?
I mean, I think he wanted that last year, and they were like, no, we're not letting you go. Sign this money.
No. He wanted to go.
They didn't even look.
So I guess the answer is no.
How much do you want? That's what they asked him. How much do you want?
How much to make your feelings go away?
41 million.
Now the thing that changes, the thing that separates Myles from Reggie and from Strahan when you see them, they don't look, they big and they strong, but they ain't they ain't ripped and jacked. Myles Garrett is, dude.
No, he's a monster. He's the most intimidating.
Monster.
It's a monster, dude.
I stood next to him, and I think my shoulder, he could have just leaned on me.
Crazy, dude. So, yep, that is your game balls and game bums. He's a giant.
He's a giant.
Dolphins will be back in action this week. The Patriots keep rolling. They got 10 wins. They've won 9 in a row.
It's pretty much over for the Bills, right? For the division.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
Same thing for Kansas City. Are we saying Kansas City and Buffalo gonna be wild cards? They ain't gonna be division winners. Kansas City, yeah, and Buffalo.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I looked at the schedules. Both Kansas City, Denver has it okay schedule, and New England has the easiest schedule because they have a last place schedule.
Yeah,
right.
Bills got they got Steelers,
they got the Eagles,
they got Bengals, Patriots, Browns, Eagles, Jets.
That Browns game's gonna be tough.
Handsome Daffy said, "Who's more intimidating, him or Aaron Donald?" I would say him, because where Aaron Donald was, he defeated a lot of double and triple teams, but you could always put 2 or 3 guys on him.
I don't know if
Myles Garrett get caught in more single one-on-one pass pro than I've ever seen because of the other guys on the line.
I don't think he was talking about like scheme-wise. I think he was
just in a fight,
just like look-wise. Who's more intimidating?
Well, think about this. Aaron Donald is 6'1".
Aaron
Myles
Donald
Garrett is 6'5".
now.
Huh?
Aaron Donald looks like he could still play now and dominate.
I think
he could still play. He didn't
to.
retire. He didn't retire because he was washed.
No, he wasn't washed. He just retired.
Did everything.
I did everything.
What else? What won player of the year? What, he won 3 times? He won player of the year.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion.
What else is left to prove?
I would say that if you look at Aaron Donald was built for the position that he played. When you look at Myles Garrett, you think of a guy that size with that get off speed and that agility. It is something different.
I mean, they're both great. It's kind of they play 2 different positions. It's kind of hard to but I they're both freaking Avengers. It's like it's like,
that if you had 15 Aaron Donalds and 50 Myles Garrett, I think you could go against a gorilla.
So scary.
I think they could come back against a gorilla.
That's our starting. That's the starting point.
That's it.
Crazy, dude. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. So, yeah, man. They're rolling right now. The Chiefs, they got a big one yesterday against the Colts.
That was a good game. That was
It's a great week of football.
That was a good game, and what made it amazing is that, what Indianapolis did, they lost. But what they did when that ball got to the 1 was something special. They stopped them. Oof. Holy smokes.
But they still lost. And Daniel
They
Jones
still lost.
Jones will become Daniel Jones. And another thing, they're a good dome team. They're not a good road team. Jonathan Taylor's yards decreased by 62 yards when he plays outside.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. They're going to win their division, so they're going to have a 1 playoff.
No. Not so fast, my friend.
What?
Not so fast.
What?
Jacksonville is 1 game behind them. They got 2 games against Jacksonville.
You don't trust the Jaguars.
Well, let me.
They almost blew it yesterday, dude.
Hold on.
Hey, dude.
Wait, Tobin.
Right.
Tobin.
That's a
Hold
great
on.
point.
Hey, Vlad.
Let's
Let's let Tobin get his disclaimer out before you take that next step. Go ahead, Tobin.
Dude, you can't. They almost blew it yesterday to the Cardinals. He's a time bomb, dude, and they fail spectacularly. Like I no way. Not that I get it. Don't trust Daniel Jones. I get it, but
you don't trust Trevor Lawrence.
No. Why should you?
Okay, which is why I said Indy, who's only 1 game up on Jacksonville, and only 2 games up on Houston, who has the best defense in the league.
Now Hey,
Okay,
you would have had a better argument. A better argument going with them,
but
who
you
have
do,
something they can hang their hat on.
but you do understand that as much as we crap on Jacksonville, they got wins over Kansas City, they got wins over the Chargers, and that means they pretty much have the tiebreakers over those guys in the playoffs. And they're only one game behind Indianapolis. So
Don't
what
worry.
you said was
It's coming. Who they got
they're
this
going to
week?
win
They got
division.
they
They're
got
playing each other.
They got the Falcons. Oh, they're playing each other.
Indy's playing Houston.
What's the spread? Oh, Indy's playing Houston. Who's
Yeah.
Jacksonville playing?
Who is Jacksonville playing?
Jacksonville. Oh, they got the Titans this week.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
win that one.
Okay. So then what happens now if Houston beats Indy and Jacksonville beats Tennessee? Guess who's tied for the division lead?
Then they got a big matchup.
All right then. And they got 2
Mm.
games against each other in the division.
So in other words, we're
it's not
early-
over.
It's not.
do get the-
We can't early call it.
They do have a closing game against the Titans.
Can't call it. AFC South is still up for grab.
That Houston defense is frightening.
I could see them blowing it to the Jets. I honestly could.
Who?
The Jaguars.
Oh, I mean, anything can happen.
I could see, that's how they
By
are.
the way,
Also, I think the coach hates Trevor Lawrence.
I was about to go about coaching. Yesterday, I seen some things, guys. This kind of bothered Leroy. But if y'all don't take that damn field goal and take the 3 points,
It's so
I'm
annoying.
smacking that.
I'm so everybody. I love this league when they get to a point where everybody's trying to outthink themselves because they just think to themselves, well, field goals are automatic. It's like, dude, I see more fumbles these days where guys are getting the ball punched out, something happening. This idea that you're just automatically just saying like, why go for 3? They're going to tie. I don't know, dude, because football can happen. And you're sitting here being like, let's go for the touchdown. Who needs leads? What is this? What
You're talking
What are we
about who did it yesterday? Kansas City?
everybody's doing it. They're all doing it. They're all just like Leroy. Every single one of them's like 3-point lead. It's not even like a lead. We're basically tied. No, you're not. Every game is decided by a field goal by the end of this thing.
This is why I know teams are dumb. The New York Giants, for example. Your quarterback's Jameis Winston. He is the most exciting and frustrating experience in football.
It's like the greatest feeling in the world with
It's a
the
roller
worst
coaster.
heartbreak in the world in
It's a
the
roller
same
coaster.
day.
But if you have a lead and you do know that your quarterback is Jameis Winston and you have a chance to add points, add him. Okay? I have a better feeling being up by 6 and having a team led by Jared Goff go down the field than for me to on a 4th and 1 or a 4th and not even a 4th and 1, it's like 4th and 4, I'm putting the ball in Jameis's hand. That's one, right? Cool. The Dallas Cowboys, you won that game against the Eagles. You should have damn lost. You should have just taken the points. You were tied, should have taken the points. But no, they decide they want to go for a touchdown. And it nearly bit them in the rear.
Every one of these coaches now is so chic on, the dynamic kickoff, and these kickers can kick it a gazillion yards. Nobody accounts for squeaky cheeks anymore. Nobody accounts for I never understand, because they're basically like, well, if we miss, then they got to go 99 yards. It's like, well, no, they don't. Now they only have to go get a field goal, which we've seen in the history of time always. You know, it'd be awesome having the lead right now. And they're just like, it's not really having a lead because they're going to tie. It's like, you don't know that.
And I've said this before. Football has changed from the standpoint of there's 3 times when you kick a field goal. The first score to take the lead to end the game. Those 3 things used to be fundamental in when you kick versus go for it. It's changed from the standpoint of when you get inside of the 2, you go for it. I think Dallas went for it instead of trying to kick a 61-yard field goal and got it. It was like 4th and 5.
Yesterday's game, no, they were in the goal line. It was
No, I know they were at the goal line, but I'm saying before that, they did it once before. Or was it? No, you know who it was? It was Kansas City. Because they had Bucker, and they say Bucker could make it from 61, but it's not
season.
right.
Not this season. He's showing,
He's kicking it
he's
crooked.
showing sign of slippage. But Detroit, New York, Philadelphia, Dallas.
Yep.
It was all these games where, and there was a couple more, I can't remember right at the top of my head, a couple of games where just take the field goal.
Who's writing these analytics?
Points.
Who's right? Because they're all using the same analytics.
It's analytical versus fundamental.
There's some football version of Peter Bendix that's in the Dolphins office. That's just
I've never understood turning down getting the lead. Unless it's early in the game. In the game.
I've never seen it more. It's happening all the time now.
All the time.
And I know, like Evan 11 says, well, you got to get like 20 yards to get a field. I get it, but like
Jacksonville, Arizona, that was the other one.
To tie, like not to lose, to tie. So take the lead. I don't understand. You're trying to put this dagger in them, like you're trying to win a knife fight with a gun. Just take the lead, dude.
You're right. Jacksonville, Arizona was another.
Now I will also say this. As an offense, the arrogance in which you go in there and operate from a 1 or 2 yard line. If you can't get that, you don't deserve to win. So I get why they do it, right? I mean, who went for it and they said before I think one of the stats was before today they have been perfect for the last year and a half on goal-to-goal situations.
I don't know what team you're talking about.
Let me think about it. And
Jacksonville, Arizona, because I know they had
it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It wasn't Jacksonville. It was a game I was watching. And so when you hear that, and then you see a team going for it on 4th and 2, you're thinking, oh, well, they've never failed at this. And so I'm always wondering, does that give you a different mindset when you've been successful every time?
Yeah, well, they tried that nonsense in the Dolphins game, and it was a dumb decision then too.
Right. No, I got you.
Just take the lead. There should be somebody who's on the sideline.
So do you believe it is different? Like I get in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes or 6 minutes left. Okay, we're in agreement. I would always take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
But what about earlier in the game to make a point?
Yeah, early in the game, fine. I'm not as against it, but when you're talking like 2 minutes left, take the damn lead. Like, what are we doing?
I got you.
Just take the lead.
Yep.
Take the lead because you're basically like the worst thing that's gonna happen. See, the worst thing that's gonna happen with that is okay, you take the lead, you're fearful that they're gonna tie it again, and you're gonna be back in the same situation.
How about playing defense?
Yeah, but it's like the Dolphins.
So here's the other thing: if I take those same situations that you're talking about, and I make it Houston, you think Houston has a better, feel for taking the lead and letting our defense go out and cook versus other teams?
Maybe they do, but just take the lead. Like I don't understand what the difference is. Is like you don't trust your defense at the 35. You only trust them at the 2. Most people will trust their defenses at the 2.
I mean,
but that's not really trusting your defense.
If they drive 98 yards or score, get the 55 yards, and need to kick a field goal, then you were wrong in having faith in your defense.
But most teams will trust their defense backed up that far. Like you should really trust your defense in the 35. Can you defend 30 yards? That should be trusting your defense. And I just don't know. This has become such a chic thing in the NFL. It'll balance out. It's just like the fourth.
Even going for it and fourth on your own 40.
Yeah, people. It'll balance out. But I just do think there are sometimes you got to feel out a game and just be like, is it bad having the lead here? No, it's not bad having the lead. Like you want to stick a dagger in them, and you don't need to. Like just flick them over for a second.
And there's certain situations that when you look at the team's record, let's not act like you always hear, right? Like no, let's not act like we're gonna get more opportunities. Look at your record. That would indicate how many opportunities you have and have failed at.
Well, that's the thing that drove me nuts about the Dolphins Commanders game is like you had 2 3-win teams here, and both of their coaches are just like, I trust my team, baby. I'm like, what? Why? Look at what your season has been. Why do you trust them?
Right.
Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Let's get to our headlines this hour, brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. This Messi's good.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what's the equivalent to what he's doing in other sports at 37.
LeBron.
LeBron? Okay.
I mean, if LeBron was doing it against like Serbia, just like the Serbian league.
I mean, he did do it last year in the Olympics against Serbia, along with help from Steph and KD. But
Well, that is a valid point. He's still playing against the highest level. So the equivalent would be if Messi was still doing it in one of the bigger leagues.
Well,
he's
fun
to watch.
He is fun to watch. Want him to get this one this weekend against New York. And great job of the Pinks. So they win 4-0 to advance. Good to know that we're finally advancing in these playoffs, you know. I won't understand why the first round takes as long as the last three, but, you know, they're working on it. MLS is working on it.
Well, they said because they were tired of the best teams getting upset.
Well, that didn't work last year because the Pinks got sent home.
But they did it the way they're supposed to do it in the first round last year.
Yeah, they just they did.
They
did 3 games.
They did 3 games. They did.
Yeah, they did because the same thing. They won the first game, lost the next 2 last year.
Well, then, okay, real soccer and real football. It's a home and home. That's what it is.
And you do aggregate.
And you do aggregates. You get more if you win. If you score more goals on the road. That's it. Yeah, that's it. But no, they decided they want a tiebreaker, like a third game, and then after the first round, you go to 1 game, single elimination.
I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just a little odd. I've never seen such a thing where usually as you go on, and maybe my stupid American brain is thinking baseball playoffs where it goes like up 3, 5, 7.
Yeah.
It's typically the way NBA old days, 5, 7.
Well, I think they should do the home and home.
1 and 1 and 1.
So they should play on Wednesday, Sunday. Or Thursday, Sunday.
You could play a week. You could even give them a week like Champions League do. You can give them a week. You could play Tuesday and then play the following week Wednesday. Right. You can do that.
Either way, great job by them. They advance. The Hurricanes made easy work of VaTech this week.
It was a blog. It was a kind of a boring game, even though.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help that you have these stupid ACC refs that take 900 minutes for every review.
I got to tell you, I think it happened in one of the NFL games too. Like they had one official who just wanted to be on TV. He was making some crazy calls.
I think that Mario Cristobal, I don't know if he's ever been in anger management, but whatever exercises they teach you in anger management, it looks like he has to go through whenever he's talking to ACC officials about whatever they're reviewing. Like they're selling, like Mario Cristobal looks like he's got to find a beach somewhere. He goes, ocean waves. So we're not quite sure if it's conclusive, coach. You know, we're not, you know, he's like, what do you mean it's not conclusive? It's right there. I can look up it. That's conclusive. Well, conclusive is a state of mind. It's like, okay. Schmieden says, crush this bum, Louis Riddick. Kept treating the game as a Canes loss. I cannot crush Louis Riddick, Schmieden, because I watched the entire game at a kid's birthday party at a bowling alley on mute. But I heard he was annoying. I heard that Louis Riddick was annoying. He was perturbing Canes fans very much, but I cannot directly say that.
Y'all want him for the GM.
He's also on the call this week for Pitt, so we're gonna get him again.
Hey, well, let me just tell you, you know where he went to school, right?
Didn't he go to school with Pitt?
He went to Pitt.
So,
I'm just getting y'all ready.
Yeah, I heard plenty of Canes fans were upset about his call, that he was very Debbie Downer, but I didn't hear it. I was watching it at a bowling. You know what my favorite thing was? I go to the bowling alley and they had on whoever Kansas was playing, and I it's a pet peeve of mine. Like we're here in South Florida. Why can you not just have? There's a local game on. You're an establishment, please. And they had like the Kansas game, an NFL game from last week on NFL Network. And so I go up to the lady. I'm like, would it be too much trouble to put on the Canes game? She goes, what channel is it on? I'm like, this new age thing called ESPN. And she goes, do you know what channel that is? 206. 206. They eventually got there, but it took a little bit of took a bit of a route. I'm just like, wow, this is they do it
in bars sometimes too. You should never have to ask if you go to eat food where they have TVs. You should never have to ask them to change the game to a local team.
Right.
Ever.
I feel like it should be
Ever.
like you have a game on from yet. Like, do you not, if you're running a place like that, do you not realize like it's Saturday? There's a ton of college football on, and they have America's Greatest Wipeouts on one television, some Kansas game, and
hey,
then
what's that TV?
Chiefs Broncos.
What's that TV we used to watch when we did the
TV.
show?
I love
TV.
Love it. But I was sitting there, I'm like, can we get the Canes game on in here? Possible?
And you ask like you asking for a big favor, and it really isn't.
It's not.
Right.
I'm trying to help you guys out. I want a game that's actually going on. Either way, they take care of business there. Good job by them. We'll take a break, get back into the heat as they got a couple wins this weekend. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Your Miami Heat back on the hardwood tonight, taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper flag, but also the return of Tyler Herro. It appears. Shout out to Keshad Johnson. Nice game for him on Friday against Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted him sent to Sioux Falls, banished forever. So I was happy for our guy KJ because he's a delight as a person.
Oh, no, we like him. I just wonder, when did his hands become small bricks?
It was weird. But I think he may be back. He may be back.
For the life of me, we see this in sports a lot. Guys who are gifted athletically, meaning they're fast, they can jump out of a gym, good footwork or whatever. But when it comes to playing the actual sport they're in, they look uncoordinated. That's what he looked like before Friday.
Yep. And then I liked him, yesterday. Drew Smith misses a three. What does he do? He flies in out of nowhere. Slam dunk. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Just like, do more of that.
We asked him about, I remember we asked him about, what he puts into his dunks. And I was thinking before Friday, maybe the first thing he should have mentioned was catching the ball.
I know.
There is no dunk without the ball.
He was fully engaged. Great game against Chicago. Nice game in his minutes against the Sixers. And then after the win against the Bulls, Amy Audibert had a request.
Just be ourselves, play Miami Heat basketball, Heat culture. It's a real thing over here, so just stay locked in no matter what the score is. We know it's a cup game. We know how much that matters to keep that foot on the gas, and that's what played a part in it. Last one for you. What does an NBA bark sound like? Say it again? An NBA bark, what does that sound like?
Dude. Hey, that was a real dog right there.
Whoa.
That was like.
Wow. Keshad. You know what they say,
Yeah.
Leroy? Got that dog in him.
I would like him to leave his paws on the sideline when he go into the game and use his hands.
Waiting for that one. That was good.
Sexy Saucy, I felt the slobber through the screen.
Here was a Spo on Keshad's game against Chicago.
I'm really happy for KJ because he's been so dedicated behind the scenes. And when I've given him some minutes, they haven't been, fair. This is the first game where I played him at the 4. The other games I've played him at the 5. First game was against Jokic. I mean, come on, that's not even fair. But he has stayed diligent. He's, constantly being mentored by, Malik and UD and Bam. Everybody roots for him, because he's so pure. He really works at it. He stays ready so he doesn't have to get ready. And then he finally got an opportunity where it was much more in his wheelhouse, and he made a big impact. Defensively, he was really good, with the switching, guarding off the dribble, making plays at the rim. His rebounding was great. His energy was great, giving us second opportunities, and then he knocked down, a couple threes. But it was the energy and physicality, toughness, and I think the whole locker room was rooting for him. That's the kind of guy he is.
Al Mackey say, dogs have no opposable thumbs. Would explain the dropsies.
The animal doesn't even have thumbs, fucker.
Hi,
It's
Greg.
house, that was
I have nipples. Could you milk me?
it's houses. That was Sunny Bunny when she saw the snake. That was her.
Really?
Well, speaking of
What?
the Tobins and their adventure with wildlife.
Yep.
Did you see him yesterday?
No, I did not.
Okay. So Tobin.
What did you do?
Tobin just, starts recording himself, right? And here's the thing. I just know this in life. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, no, I know that. I know little Tommy, he went in.
Little Tommy wants in anything that dad is doing, right? So I see Tobin, smile. Who do I see to his side? Tommy, smile. Then what else do I see? A green creature.
An iguana.
An iguana. So Tobin, Tommy, smiling. As you can see right there. See? Look at that, smiling. Next scene, Tobin just flicks the iguana behind him.
He told me to. He's like, throw it over the fence, Dad.
And he
So
did.
I no-looked it like
Just
I was
no-looked
Jokic.
it. I was like, wait, what? What just happened here? This was a nice size iguana, too. Wasn't no like little flimsy one.
Yeah, well, he was an idiot because he kept trying to run through the fence, which just wasn't, what's the word? Animatronically possible? Anatomically possible? I think, whatever. The point is, it's a big word for me, dog. The point is that
It's a big word for me, dog.
Sonny Bunny was about to tear this thing's face off. And I was like, I don't really want to clean up iguana carcass. You know, I just rather pick him up, let him live. But I need video evidence, because now if I tell any story, it needs recording. So
Well,
yeah,
the snake
pick it
story needs to be told and needs video so we can verify the size of the snake.
But here's the thing: in the difference between the snake story and the iguana story, Sonny Bunny was in danger. I had to save her life, And in this tale, I had to save the iguana's life because that iguana was dead meat. Tate Sauce is animatronic like Chuck E. Cheese. I apologize. I messed it up.
-1 for butchering English.
Oh my goodness.
But the point is, you got to be careful with the dogs in the backyard antics. They're all over the place. So anyway, the Heat went on Friday in the NBA Cup. Now they still need to win on Wednesday, and then they need the Bucks, I think, to beat the Knicks to get in because all the head-to-heads. The Knicks have the head-to-head over the Heat, unless the Knicks somehow lose to the Hornets, which that would be crazy.
No, we're not.
I don't think they are. So
wait,
only one team per group?
It's the three group winners and the best record and point differential is the 14.
There's 3 groups. I can't even keep
Yeah, there's Group A, Group B, Group C. Because
then the best record and point differential
after the 3.
Right. So I think if they win, they're in.
I think that big blowout win against the Bulls.
They're killing on the point differential.
Yeah, I think they have the highest point differential in the conference.
Let's see.
Because keep in mind, it's going to be hard for another team to go 3-1.
It's not
not win their group.
Right now, they have plus 46, which is the best for a second place team. But the Bucks have only played 2 games. So the Bucks and the Heat play. The Heat beat them. They go to 3-1. The Bucks are dropped to 2-1. But if the Knicks win their 2, they would also be 3-1. They beat the Heat.
Right. So
head-to-head matters.
Head-to-head matters.
I mean,
then it's point
in
differential.
group play.
And so if it's the 3 teams and then the highest point differential, right now the highest point differential is Toronto. They're 3-0. They're plus 53, but they would win. So
they would win their group.
If it would be the second place team of point differential, then it's the Heat. But Cleveland, I guess, could get in there. They're plus 33 right now, not out of the realm of possibility.
And what's their record?
They are 2-1, so they got one more game, which will be against the Hawks on Friday.
And what group are they in?
They're in a different group.
Right.
But we're saying if a point differential, like that's the only other team in second place that would be a thing. But if the Heat win,
you got a Wednesday. You not only have to win, but you have to win.
You got to win, and then you'd be in a pretty good spot. You'd love to, and obviously there's no Giannis, so you'd love to put it on. Which, by the way,
not playing. He's not playing Wednesday.
I don't think so.
He's out for
a little bit.
Wasn't he?
Was it like a week or 2? Like
I thought he was out for a little bit.
Okay,
I don't know. You might be right. I thought he was out for like a couple of weeks with that groin injury.
Groins don't play.
But Giannis does love the NBA Cup, so maybe he's going to make the push back.
And he loves Miami.
That's true. Florida City's make him happy. But I don't even know if I want him anymore, dude. I mean, look at this team right now we got. This team's incredible. Norman Powell, amazing. Kel'el Ware.
But everybody wants that dude.
I think we have
there's a handful of guys that are that dude.
I mean, who's to say that Kel'el Ware's not that dude?
He ain't Giannis.
Giannis
As much as I like Kel'el, he ain't Giannis.
Long in the tooth.
Oh, now Giannis is long in the
A little
tooth.
long in the tooth.
What
You
is
know
he?
what I'm saying?
Now
A
Giannis
little
is
long
long
in the
in the
tooth.
What is he, 31? 30?
Well, you know what's better than the Greek freak?
What?
A freak from North Little Rock, Arkansas, dude.
-1.
So, wait, how old is Giannis? Is he 30 yet?
32? 32?
30, he's 30, 31.
Yeah.
Giannis is still young.
I mean, I don't understand. We call it, like, I heard it in the chat earlier talking about Powell being 32. We extended Jimmy at 33.
Yeah, and Powell's got like just such a smoothness in his shooting.
Well, he hasn't played all the minutes Jimmy played either.
His shooting is amazing. And then he gave that little wink to Kyle Lowry. And Kyle Lowry's like,
Giannis is turning 31 in 3 weeks. His
So
birthday
he's
is
30.
December 6th.
What are you talking about? You wanted to give Jimmy extension at 37.
I'm just saying, I don't know if I want to trade Kel'el Ware for him. I don't know. Hard to say.
Your turn.
They don't need Kel'el, though.
What do you mean they don't need Kel'el?
They got Miles Turner.
Oh, he's talking about Milwaukee.
Listen, dude, let me tell you something. When Milwaukee is backed into the corner to trade Giannis, whenever that is, they're going to be trying to get every ounce of juice out of that
But
fruit.
they're not. But just in general, they ain't gonna want a big. They just paid one.
You think they're going to want to keep Miles Turner, who they basically kept there as a piece to try and appease Giannis?
Didn't they just trade for him? They just
signed him. They just signed him, but they signed him.
Right.
They signed him for Giannis. Like if they are losing Giannis, they'll probably trade Miles Turner.
Right. All right.
They'll probably nuke the whole thing. Well, I mean, they don't have their own pick. I mean, I suppose you can flounder around however you want. You know, it's hard to know that, the weather up here in the top of the East, it's really hard to look down on the peons, and think what they're doing. They should get their weight up and get some wins. It's tough up here in the top of the East.
Are you in the top? No, fifth.
Top three? No,
top
third, dude. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Weather's awfully nice up here, Leroy.
It's pretty amazing because the one thing that the Heat have had is reasonable health, right? No long term.
Nothing too bad, but they have dealt with a lot of injuries. You know? I mean, how many games have they had? Not even counting Tyler, but they've had games, no Norm, no Bam, no Wiggins. Like they've dealt with starters being out all year. And the depth is just, I mean, it's really come a long, long way for this team, which is, I understand, like people are like, I don't want Tyler ruining the mojo. I don't want this. They've been good about, setting into the role, whatever somebody's got to be. I'll tell you one thing, dude, though. This Jaime Jaquez, what a game he had on Sunday. Oh my God. Dude couldn't miss. It was incredible. That footwork. Wow. I mean, he was leaving these dudes in a blender. It was incredible. Anyway, Eric Spoelstra is very proud of his team.
I mean, you just have to figure out, how to win the games. Our record before this road trip, we'd only won 2 games on the road. So we took that to heart. Wanted to have a good collective, response. And we get to go back home and play again tomorrow night. And we're looking forward to it. These are little mini times during the season that we don't want to over celebrate, but we do want to acknowledge it. I don't think anybody 2 months ago thought we'd be sitting third in the East. It's not everything, but it's something. I want our guys to enjoy it, at least for a few minutes and the flight home. And then we'll have plenty of time to get some rest and lock in and get ready for another one tomorrow night.
Exactly, dude.
That was such a
I tell you what, it's been a long time since the Heat have started like this at home.
Dude.
And remember, we were talking about that for the last 2 or 3 years.
Infuriating. Yeah,
man,
100%.
great on the road, terrible at home.
100%. They've been such a good home team, and now they got a 4-game home stand. It's go, dude. Keep this going.
Let's go.
Please don't lose tonight, Tyler. I can't take the show tomorrow.
Then they, even when they only had 37 wins, didn't they have like a 6 or 7 game streak?
What's that, dude? Say it again.
Even last year when they only had 37 wins, they had a 6 or 7 game streak. Where they won 6 or 7.
I don't remember what their best streak was last year, but they were never this many games over 500 last year.
Right. No, that much I know.
Take a break. Mix things up on the other side. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Hello, Jennifer.
How you doing?
Ready for this mixed bag?
Very much ready.
All righty. Let's get to it. You guys familiar with Klay Thompson?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's having fun.
Lots of discussion on him this weekend.
He's having fun with Meg.
Yep.
And
Well,
he's yapping with Ja.
He's beefing with Ja Morant. So the Grizzlies and the Mavericks played each other this weekend. And Klay Thompson took issue with, I believe it was Santi Aldama, doing a dirty play to Cooper Flag because he grabbed his leg as he was trying to make it back on the fast break. An old veteran trick. And so Klay Thompson was saying that you're a dirty player. And then Ja Morant, he was yapping at him. He's calling him a bum. You're a bum now. Allegedly, that's what the lip reader said. And Klay Thompson didn't take too kindly to this on Ja Morant, and he put this all out there in the media.
And then with Ja, he's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability. But you know what? That's for another day.
What did Ja have to say on this occasion?
Nothing of intelligent depth. It was really just his just running his mouth, and he's been running his mouth for a long time. And it's funny to run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of the story of his career so far, just leaving us wanting more. You know, we all want to see him out there and do his best, but he's just been letting a lot of other stuff get in the way of that. And we need that in the NBA. We need our best players to be out there. And when you're a star, it comes with a great responsibility. And I hate to see that go to waste.
There you go. Man.
Somebody said it perfectly. Ain't it crazy how Klay played with the master of those dirty plays and not taking accountability?
Well, I think he knows that guy did. I mean, the guy did cost him a championship. I think he's aware that it did cost him with that. Now, is he surprised that master of accountability is still on the Golden State Warriors while he's off in Dallas? That's another story for another day. But Ja Morant picking up more feuds along the way. Listen, he talks a lot of bleep. It's known. He called Kel'el Ware a pigeon.
Well, after he scored a game winner on him.
True. See if he does it this next time around. Anyway, Shedeur Sanders. Nice little win for the Cleveland Browns. New QB1. What he had to say on his success.
Win is crazy. It's amazing, you know, off of 1 week of practice, you know what I mean? This 1 week of practice. So imagine, you know, what a full offseason look like. It get dangerous. But it's just a 1 week of practice. So I'm just truly thankful, you know, that everything happened.
There you go. It kind of sounds like he just took Dylan Gabriel's job. He just kicked him out.
I didn't
you
like
know,
the
and the coach didn't even commit to it.
Thank you. Stefanski showed him no love, Leroy. After you know, at the end of the game, where you when you win, you credit what was good. He was like, "Oh yeah, and good job, Shedeur Sanders. But everything. Let's go back to the best part of the team defense." It was like, wait a minute, that was Dylan Gabriel.
I think sometimes, and let's be clear, we had to get away from this years ago. Sometimes we want a position to look a certain way, and we can't get out of our own way to see that there's many different ways for a position to work, and it's our job to get the most out of that. Kevin Stefanski had a good game plan for Shedeur, rolling him out, getting him in space, giving him time to make plays down the field. And he's shown that he can throw the thing. But Kevin Stefanski needs to get over how that is supposed to look and just look at the success with what he has. And maybe we're all responsible for that. Maybe we all look at, positions in all of sports and predetermine what it should look like. How long did it take us to get over the fact that a quarterback needed to be 6'3", 6'4"? How long did it take us to get over that a quarterback couldn't be athletic? So a lot of times we get caught in these situations where we want a position to look a certain way. Now, I will say this. Shedeur can do himself a favor by playing the part. Because how you act up until game time is what gets you in the game. Once you get in the game, all they care about is success or failure. So you got to play the part a little bit. You see what I mean?
You think he's going to play the part as what, like a humble
No,
quarterback?
you don't have to be humble. I'm not saying that. But to then after the game say, imagine how it's going to look after I get a full offseason. Well, let's be clear. You had a full offseason to get yourself as ready to play as you could. You had a regular season. Most quarterbacks, when they lose a starting job but don't get an opportunity, you know what they're going to say? I'm going to get myself ready so when my day comes, I'm ready. I'm going to prepare myself like I am starting so I know what to do when I get my opportunity. We don't have to set aside a week to get you ready. So these are the things that sometimes turn people off.
I can understand, but one, though, he's a rookie. You know, like sometimes it takes a little bit for that light bulb to hit. It's not like he's some veteran who's just like, oh, I got a handle on this. Like you come into the league, you know, some guys don't understand it. Leonard Fournette said that he thought the league was easier than it was in the SEC. You know,
yeah, right.
So, you know, like the guy's gonna be him. You can't have him not be his personality and be who he is.
No,
you know, that is part of what makes him him. And I know
again, we're talking about a young player. Young players don't get the benefit of a veteran doing that, right? You just don't. And so sometimes to get where you need to get, you got to play the part a little bit. That's all. This has nothing to do with his play. This has nothing to do. But for everybody to say that that the Browns are responsible and should have put more time into getting you ready, you play a role in that too.
Yes, but I will say it did feel like one of the things that I'm fascinated by with this whole thing, and you guys mentioned this with Stefanski, is like it doesn't feel like he has a coach that likes him very much. It doesn't feel like he even wanted him in the first place. So if Stefanski's guy was Dylan Gabriel, I'm sorry, it's natural that he's going to lean more of his energy into a certain guy. We saw this with Flores and Tua. Just for whatever reason, we got to the point where Flores is like, I'm out on this guy. Don't like him. Don't like the looks of him. Don't want him. Like, and it just, we could all feel it. It was palpable. And it just feels like to me, like, are we really going to go down a road where Shedeur Sanders and Stefanski are going to have a relationship together? Because it doesn't feel like one that is headed towards one of success. They don't seem like they dig each other very much, or at least Stefanski certainly doesn't seem like he digs Shedeur Sanders.
I understand all that, but why? Okay, you can't come into a situation where you have to earn your keep. You can't come into a situation with a kind of almost like I deserve this. Like you have to earn it to a certain extent, especially being a 5th round pick. You have to handle yourself accordingly. And I put some of this on the Browns too, because somebody should have gotten his ear. Maybe they did. But for him after a game to say, I got 1 week of preparation, 11 games into the season, what have you been doing to get yourself ready? This is a profession. This ain't college. And so from that standpoint, I put that on him.
Well,
And-
let me ask you this. Like,
Sure.
when you played,
Yeah.
did you ever need to see a result on the field to really get it? Like, let's look at Kel'el, for example, right? Guys have been saying since summer league, Kel'el, rebound, energy all the time. Same thing UD's told him. He's told him since he walked in the league. But then finally, like, you have a couple of games where, like, it clicks, and now you hear him being like, I get it now. And now it seems like
but
he
guess
really
what?
enjoys it.
It didn't stop him from getting ripped after 2 minutes, taken out of the game. You see what I mean? Look, regardless of what you're going through as a young player, the coach and the organization are trying to win. And while we will try to nurture you and get you to where you need to be, we're not slowing down the train so you pick it up. And I think that part of it clicks more than anything. That when Kel'el is getting taken out of the game after 3 minutes or not playing in the fourth quarter and he wants to play, he realizes, what do I need to do to get in the game and be in the game and be an impact player? Oh, rebounded. So what part of that is on Kel'el and what part of that is on the coaching? More of that is on Kel'el.
Right. But I'm saying, like, you can say it. And then it's like, it almost takes like you succeeding at it before you really understand it. You know, like when you stink at rebounding or you go and have bad rebounding performances and people keep telling you, and like, you're like, it's just not coming through, but you have those little success moments and breakthroughs. And now you can see like the enthusiasm he's going about it because it results in wins. So look, I don't know.
I think as a competitor, and Kel'el's a competitor, and you want to be in those moments and you know what you have to do to garner those minutes. And he went out there and actually did it. So I give all the people in the Heat organization credit for emphasizing that and preaching or whatever, but Kel'el personally had to make that step. They can't go out and play for you. They can't go out and get the rebounds. Mentally, you have to get that in your head. And for somebody to say, what is Leroy talking about? All the backup quarterbacks have said in order to get rhythm with your O-line and receivers, you have to get some first-time reps. I was getting ready to cuss, but I'm going to just say BS. Okay? BS. Because every backup quarterback that I've played with has put in extra time, has done all the other things knowing that he's not going to get the reps in practice. You don't get many reps in practice. They only run 10 plays for each period. And you got another young quarterback that's ahead of you. So they ain't giving up no time or no plays to get another quarterback ready. They trying to get him ready. So that means that you better do what they call mental reps, watch film, get some extra work with your receivers. That's on you.
But what do they do in this situation? Because, like, if Dillon Gabriel, it's not like he's some proven veteran. So, like, if he comes back once he's clear from the concussion,
dim's the brakes. You
like,
go with what you think is going to work.
But is he going to go with the guy he actually thinks is better, or is he going to go with the guy that is his guy? That's going to be the interesting thing.
No, because here's the great thing about sports. And I've said this over and over again. If you go out there and put Dillon Gabriel in there and all the other 52 guys on that team feel like Shedeur is going to be playing, you will lose the team. You will lose that team. And that's a fact. You have a responsibility not only to the organization, but to the other guys in that locker room. And if you neglect to do that, then you lose the other 52 guys.
That's what I wanted to ask you, Leroy, because it seemed to me, especially since training camp, that your best player is in love with that quarterback and was making, like, the faces that they were making at some of the plays. It felt like there was a energy, there was a shift, there was, like, you know, a different, I want to say, a different mindset or different confidence with them while Shedeur was under center. If you go back to Dillon Gabriel, like you just said, it might just take the whole out of the team, the whole.
Yeah, but at that time, and keep in mind, this is the other thing I want to say. When other guys see that you putting work in or the lack of work you're putting in, they understand why you're not playing. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have a quarterback that says, I finally got a week of prep and look at how I played, even guys in that locker room are going to say, dude, why weren't you doing the work before? You're a professional. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they may have thought that maybe Shedeur give us a spark, they looking at him and they saying, is he really committed to doing everything that he can to get on the field? And if that answer was no, then they could say, I understand. But once it gets to the point where they can no longer say that, then it behooves the coach to go with who gives you the best option to win. But Shedeur has to put the work. That is the hardest job. Before you get under center, there is so much work that you have to do to get everybody on the same page. One of the things that he has to get used to, if you watch the game, there was a lot of guys running all over the place. They couldn't even get lined up. That's the quarterback's responsibility.
We'll take a break. Final hour coming on up. Get you caught up with your headlines. Back after this. This sucks, man.
What sucks?
He's ruled out Norman Powell for tonight. He's out.
Oh, so Tyler can play.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. I'm sorry, I'm lashing out. I know Norm's been dealing. Norm got hurt against the Bulls and still stuck with it, and was awesome in both games. So he was playing through a groin injury. I saw somebody who was like, he's the first person I've ever seen get a muscle injury. It was questionable return and actually
came back. Right,
yeah,
that was crazy.
But headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. And the Miami Heat have tweeted out injury update. Tyler Herro is listed as questionable to play in tonight's game against the Mavs. Norman Powell with a left groin strain. Nikola Jovic with a hip. And Andrew Wiggins with a hip have been ruled out.
I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, we dip.
Damn it, dude.
-1.
Can't everybody get healthy at the same time? Ridiculous.
Well, what would you like me to? First of all, it's back to back, right?
It is second night of back to back.
And you got a cup game on Wednesday.
Gotta have an eye on the cup.
But I'm just telling you, but that's
Well, makes the starting lineup easy.
Wait, no Wiggy and no Powell?
Yep. Yeah. They're just gonna stick with what they've been doing, which is Bam, Ware, Pella, Davion, and then Herro for Powell. I would imagine.
Don't forget Jaime.
Don't forget Triple J.
Yeah, but Jaime's been coming off the bench. He's sticking with that.
So Tyler gonna be able to start because we don't want to make that decision yet.
I think he's gonna start. Like,
I'm not saying from that perspective. I'm saying with the guys who've been buzzing their ass for the last 2 months, who goes to the bench?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to put Davion in the bench.
Davion has been playing amazing. Davion's been playing amazing. I love Davion. I was getting this huge argument with somebody on Instagram about this. He goes, "Why are you saying Tyler Herro's going to start? Why do you say that? What?" I'm like, because I don't know, professional sports, dude. That's how it works. He's going to start. Don't know what to tell you. Like, you think
they'll send Davion to the bench
or Pella
because Davion that's basically what his role was.
If they could roll out a lineup that would be Davion, Tyler, Norman, Wiggins, Bam. When eventually everybody was healthy, you could do that. But I think they're probably most conventional will probably be, it'll be Norm, Tyler, when Wiggins is healthy with Bam and Kel'el. That seems like it would make the most prudent. I mean, they're definitely going to probably close with that. Unless Davion's got unless there's a crazy guard matchup. And man,
but Davion he's
been great. I can't deny it. I hate it.
And then at what point are you gonna go? We got with Davion starting,
right?
You literally have 5 guys who can play defense.
Yeah, no one's the greatest defender in the world, but I get you.
He can put a body on somebody.
He's not a parking cone.
Right.
In the words of Brooks Koepka.
But then when you get Tyler in there, are you going to have to change that to accommodate his traffic cone status?
His traffic coneness? I don't know. I mean, people
teams come. Wait, when a guy who doesn't play defense say we picking on another guy that don't play defense, yikes.
Yeah, it's tough. Everybody knows. I understand. Everybody knows what Herro's flaws are at this point, but the reality of it is like he's not going. We're going to do the Tyler Herro. You think Spo's going to do the Tyler Herro 6-man thing again? Especially by the way, he's got a great 6-man. Jaime Hawkins has been amazing coming off the bench.
Yep. I just think I like the energy with Davion to move him to the second team. Who's going to give you that same energy?
Right.
And so. From that standpoint, that is what I'm more concerned with.
I don't think anybody who's making their points about this, I just want to be like, I don't disagree with you guys in that your concerns or your flaws, and I really don't like taking it away from the players who have played great. I think that sucks, you know?
By the way, Big J, I see what you did.
What do you say?
Yo, Leroy, I'm currently driving the F-150 Lariat, but thinking about upgrading to the King Ranch. Can I come by and see what you guys have on the lot?
Ford.
Yeah.
Leroy Ford.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you did. You ain't funny.
It was a little funny.
Jennifer, zip it. Jennifer, zip it. I see you got some laughter threatening to come out.
Yeah, because you're not even we didn't even reveal the greatest flaw that Google has thrown in your face.
But it's okay. We're gonna reveal it the last segment of the show. Don't worry.
Right.
I have that ready.
But no, look, I get it. People are nervous because of what have been some of the things that when Tyler Herro's out there have been flaws for sure. I get it. But
I think what helps him is the up tempo and not getting caught in too much half court sets, that maybe you can get away with it. But I like the fact that I can just say, Davion, give X the business.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
And he'll still score you 10 points, get a bunch of assists and stuff like that. But that's the one guy on the floor I could say, hey, off night, get him.
Of course. And I love that about him. He's awesome. I love the fact when everybody tries to throw a screen on him, he always gets them to bite and gets an illegal screen call out of it. He does it 2 times a game.
Right.
Where like he's around them. He knows the exact temperament of like when to set guys up, and then like the 3 possessions in a row he's gonna cook. Davion Mitchell has been awesome.
Now I will tell you this, and here's where it's going, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a victim of this too. Tyler go out and score 30 and go 5 for 6 for 3, and we gonna forget.
Well, that's also the thing. Like, I want to see what Spo's done with this offense this year without having his top scorer or top scoring talent. Like, I would like to see what does a backcourt look like with that with Tyler. Like, this is the best scoring backcourt mate he's had since Goran his rookie year. You know, like I am intrigued to see that other side of it too. So it's gonna be interesting. But we all know what the concerns and the flaws are, but I don't think that we can just assume it's gonna be this negative downfall already, because I think that there are so many combinations with this team that he's got at his disposal. But man, yeah, Davion's been amazing. Davion has been amazing. Pella's been really good. Everybody's really stepped up. Just sucks. I gotta win another day. That damn groin. Get well, Norm. I wanted to see it.
You want to take care of his injuries so that he could play tonight?
Nah.
Okay, that's
that
gonna happen.
I told you why they doing it.
No, you make all the sense in the world.
I mean, like,
this
is the back-to-back league.
I know, it's really annoying. Very annoying with all this. They're like, yeah, we've done things to try and deter this. It's like, it doesn't feel like you guys are. It feels like you keep coming up with stupid tournaments. I don't feel like your eye is on the ball, Adam Silver. Does anybody feel like Adam Silver's eye is on the ball? Because all I hear about is NBA Cups and Euro League. We got Euro League. I paid an annual subscription for it. I don't need you guys to make a Euro League.
They had 2 people. You, and I don't even know if they got to pay for it in Europe.
I don't think Adam Simon even has to pay for it. He probably has like the pirate stream, right? He's probably not. He's not paying for that. If he is, it's on company card. I know that much. It's like $30 annual fee. Get out of here. Yakachonis, by the way, looked a lot better in his third G League game. Nice fourth quarter from Kasparis. That was cool. Double for Vlad Golden as well. Take a break. Get into a little Dolphins. Mike McDaniel. on the Dolphins' health
Boy, that was
status.
a good week without Mike, right?
Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Get to a little 15 minutes of game day uncensored here, which is brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. Your Miami Dolphins will be back this week taking on the New Orleans Saints. They stink. The Dolphins need this win. No margin for error after the Dolphins' bad start to the year. At home, 1 o'clock is your kickoff from The Rock. That means Game Day Uncensored comes your way at 9 a.m. So get ready for this one, everybody. Week 13 of the NFL season. You, of course, have your Thanksgiving slate as well. But the Dolphins, 6-point favorites against the Saints this week. Mike McDaniel spoke this morning on the potential return of Austin Jackson. Here's what he had to say.
Well, there are more opportunities for him to, integrate back into the offense. And, I'm very excited as he is for the uptick and feel very confident about where he'll be at through the week as long as there's no setbacks. So we'll progress with aggressive temperance.
Good to have you back, Mike.
Save, what did he?
It's a big word for me, dog.
The source on the
Yes, so.
in the break.
Yep. Well, it'll be great to have him back for sure. I would imagine. Can't imagine he's going to come back and be a bum. That would be terrible.
Yep.
Can't have
It
that.
would.
I need this all seamless, like you said. Just keep that offensive line moving in the right direction, which they have been. Crazy to say.
They've actually gotten better as the season has gone on, which makes my point. Sometimes it's not about the talent, but about the amount of games they play together.
I'm still not how should I say this? I'm still not buying that they're all the way back though. Because if you told me the Dolphins were in a dogfight with the Saints this weekend, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, of course not.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait, they earned that. They're not getting that belief from me yet. The fact that there's no game the rest of the year that you should come in here on a Friday before the Sunday and say the Dolphins should win this game. They haven't proven that.
They're too squirrely. They're too inconsistent.
Now I will say this.
I'm not ready to do it yet.
I will say this. We all said that the first game of the season, and look at where that team is. So I'm not just gonna disregard it.
If you had to guess, do you think the Dolphins win by more than a touchdown this weekend, or it's a squeaky cheeker?
I think they win by more than a touchdown.
Because the Saints are bad. But I don't know if the Dolphins are good.
They're just less bad.
Right. So, I don't know. I'm just...
You know what it is. You don't want to be sucked in and start thinking that this team has a chance and then start getting your mind wandering that, this team can make a noise in the playoffs when you don't feel like they're as good as most of the playoff teams right now. And they'll probably be favored the next two games. And if they're 5-7, what are they now? 4-7?
They're 4-7.
So if they're 6-7 after the Jets game,
they have two win teams they're taking on next in the Saints and Jets.
But do you trust them to go into Pittsburgh on a Monday night in December to beat the Steelers?
I don't know if I trust them on a Sunday afternoon to go in the cold weather and win against the Jets.
I don't know
if I trust them. I don't know if I can get that trust. I don't know what they can do. It would probably be, it'd have to be flat. They'd have to last week of this, and I don't even think it really is setting up for them. A normal team, the run is there for them. Saints, Jets, Mason Rudolph on a Monday night, though they have lost to him before. in a different uniform. Bengals with Joe Flacco with his stupid toe.
No.
I mean, I'm sorry, with Joe Burrow and his stupid toe.
And he's playing this Thursday.
That's a Sunday night football game. Bucks are kind of reeling, and then the Patriots maybe playing for nothing. I mean, it is there for them. It is there, though. You can talk yourself into it. It's just, I also think there's a good chance the Dolphins could go this next game, yak up a couple turnovers, and lose a 9-6er.
I just think that regardless of what people think, in order to win a football game, you have to play decent football. And the Dolphins haven't proven they can do that consistently. So if they get on a run where they're finding a way to win games, then maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, they turned it around a little bit. But we've seen this the last couple of years. Poor start, stretch in the middle, then when you get hope, wet the bed.
Yes.
So
we have seen this.
I'm going to wait until after the stretch here in the middle. And then when they start and when it gets towards the end, who do they play after the next 3 games? They play.
The next 3 are home against the Saints, road against the Jets, road against the Steelers on Monday Night Football, back home against the Bengals, what's scheduled to be Sunday Night Football.
It's going to be flexed.
It might be flexed. Though they love them some Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Well, it'll depend on how he does Thursday
Let's
night.
see what other games they got that week. Who could hop in the chat that week?
I tell you this: if it's an NFC West game, it's getting burrowed. I mean, Burrow's going to get burrowed because Al Michaels loves not leaving Los Angeles.
You think he calls it in?
I'm just saying, if it's a Rams versus Niners or Rams Seahawks game, I have a great feeling that game will be the.
We got Saturday games that week, so that takes some of them out.
Pittsburgh,
Detroit. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not a great slate.
New England at Baltimore.
Chargers, Cowboys, maybe.
Chargers, Cowboys could be moved.
It probably depends on the Dolphins, if the Dolphins are good or not. If the Dolphins are playing well or not. So we'll see. But you know what it is, dude? It's like there are things I can be like, all right, hey, the defense is playing better.
Yeah.
Okay. The young linemen are figuring things out. Kenny G, Jordan Phillips, Jordan Brooks is playing out of his mind. You know? I think it comes down to Tua and McDaniel. I just don't know if I could trust him. Because McDaniel's going to be too cute, and Tua might turn into a time bomb. Like the lines coming together, Davion Mitchell, he's been one of the best players in football this year. But I think if I was asked to have the temperament of the team, which is usually quarterback and coach, do I think they could really go on a run? Just feels like there's going to be a disappointment there somewhere along the way. Now, Nick T says, don't forget, no more Chris Greer. That's fair. But then E. Sim says, Tobes, you know you can't trust him. Also fair.
Yeah.
Getting Darren Waller back?
This puts a lot of strain on your loyalties. You want to be loyal. You want to have confidence. But they have shown no reason to do so.
Man.
Talk to me when they play Pittsburgh. Because I would love nothing more than,
Yeah, so if they get
that's a game where they can get Ramsey, they could get a little give back. Jonnu.
So you're saying a win on Monday night to get back to 500. Then they can talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple questions. By the way,
Sure.
the Browns just named Shedeur Sanders their starting quarterback.
Why should they?
No, they just
No,
did.
they just did.
They just did.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter did. Okay, so now this is some Tobin and Leroy stuff now. If they win their next 2 games,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go into Pittsburgh and win at Pittsburgh on the road,
Yep.
and they are 7-7.
Yep.
Can there be a file for appeal for the Tua
for Hour Tua to return?
Okay. So here's the deal.
500.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Vlad, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say it like this. If they win, in spite of Tua throwing the ball to the other team, if he is one of the main reasons why, we can have a soft opening.
He can go in front of the parole board, but
so I don't
know.
So my attorneys can start
Yes.
the paperwork right now.
Yes.
If they beat
but it
the
doesn't
Saints,
mean we're bringing it back.
No, but I could file it, and then if they do happen to be 7-7, I could send it in, and then it will be read.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Okay.
We'll take a break. Play it all right. Oh no! To close things out. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to play a little all right. No, to close things out. Got Heat basketball back tonight. Panthers back on the ice tonight. Little quick road trip to Nashville. Taking on the Preds. Throwing that catfish on the ice. So you got that tonight on AM, FM, Miami Heat Audio Experience, Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert, who, by the way, just as an aside, Amy has been killing it on the TV reporting duties this week as well. So shout out to Amy Audibert. She's been doing a fantastic job, but doing the winner's circle this week and all that. Great job by her on the broadcast because we got Keshad Johnson barking. My all right goes to the Miami Heat, baby. We are flying high right now. What? Kel'el and Bam and Spo and Davion and Bella Larson's face and Norman Powell. Wow! What a time to be alive. My oh no goes to the Edmonton Oilers. Now, they beat the Panthers this week, 6-3. Bob got run after the second period, or in the middle of the second period.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, tough day. Tough week for Bob.
Really? I mean, he did have a shutout on Thursday.
Had a shutout. Had the game, where they had that weird Canucks game.
The 85?
Then he had this game. Strange week. But either way, he's still the best, and I love him. But I saw these reports before the game that the Edmonton Oilers were really upset by the Panthers rubbing it in a little too much this summer. And I just got to say, what happened to you, Oilers? You used to be respectable, a respectable foe. They rubbed it in. Why? Because they played Pink Pony Club? Sorry! That's our song now. We'll take whatever song we please. That's what the back-to-back champs do. Oh, they rubbed it in. Have a little more sportsmanship. No! No sportsmanship. Not when your stupid star wins the Conn Smythe losing. Out of here. Anyway, that's my oh no. Leroy?
So, I'm going to do my oh no first. I don't know if any of you watched the Hurricanes game, or I'm more than sure you did. There was a replay on whether a Virginia Tech guy caught a ball. And the replay looked like the Bigfoot picture. And I was trying to figure out, how are we in the world today with so much technology that we have a replay where you can't even tell that there are two football players on the field?
Billions of dollars.
Yes. Did you see how blurry that video was?
And then they look on it on the smallest screen too. Like,
yes. I'm like, where are we filming this from? Somebody's filming it with their iPhone.
Am I crazy? Or when they did these stupid little tablets, wasn't it better when a referee had to go under the hood? I felt like they got business done under the hood when they made an actual replay call.
Because the video is so advanced with the replay. You can look at it on a tablet because everything is in,
but it's not as focused, right? When you were under the hood,
sure
it's like
it is.
It's like
that's what the technology is for. Dude, I'm telling you, when you saw the replay of this play and the announcers go, hell, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't tell.
I'm telling you, when it's almost like in today's day and age, like the video's better, but we got so many screens happening and all over the place, easily distracted. You need to put them back under the hood.
I guess, but I got to tell you, based on that video, wasn't nobody changing nothing because it was I have never seen a replay in football that was that bad, ever. Look, you watching video where they zoom in to where you can tell a guy's foot on the sidelines is, I can see some grass. And we couldn't, the video anywhere, you couldn't even see. Well, we got this angle here. I got to tell you, too blurry. How are we seeing anything too blurry in today's technology?
No, it's crazy.
Whatever that was hot garbage.
But you're all right.
Mine is fun to them.
My all right. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm being sincere about this. To the person that donated their liver, to the men and women that helped Bernie with his transplant, kudos to you. He had been struggling with it for a year or so. Just seeing him deteriorate like that and to finally be able to get a liver. There's a bunch of people that played a hand in it, starting from the person that donated their liver to the men and women that administered the surgery, to now the people taking care of him both before and after his surgery. So I just want to say thank you, because he's close to being back. He texts me at 1 a.m, and that's normally what he does. So we back, baby.
We back, baby. Schefter says he's getting discharged today.
He was supposed to be in. Yeah, he texted me. He said, "Hey, I might be getting out today." He said, "Good for my birthday and for Thanksgiving," because it was supposed to be a month.
When's his birthday?
Leroy.
When his birthday is?
How do you not know your friend's birthday?
Men don't know other men's
I don't know.
birthdays. Really.
I know Leroy's birthday only because it's my daughter's birthday.
Right.
That's not something we think about.
It is tomorrow, so don't forget to text him.
Yeah. All right.
He's turning 62. Yep.
So, yeah. So kudos to him. I'll give him a call tomorrow. I've never met a guy who's so damn positive. I don't have that in me. I'm just saying. I say when I'm feeling down, I call Bernie because he gonna be positive.
Jennifer, what's your all right and oh no?
Well, this weekend we had a Friendsgiving with my brother's friends and my friends, and my all right goes to all of them because once again we have another year with us that we're so grateful to have these people who constantly remind us that they're there with us and have never left our sight. So that's really nice to have. It is a beautiful thing to have, yes. And my oh no goes to a wonderful discovery that I found out this weekend. It was brought to my attention that I am taller than Leroy Horde.
Crazy.
You're taller than Leroy?
Yeah.
I am taller than Leroy Horde.
Dude, what the hell? Look at this.
Quick fact.
I think
Leroy Horde, born May 15th, 1968 in New Orleans. Spouse, Melanie Horde, Big Spoon.
Big Spoon.
Education, University of Michigan. Height.
St. Augustine High School. Don't forget the high school.
St. Augustine High School. Height.
You're a little person. You're
5 foot even.
You're a Lilliputian.
Dude.
Now, I think Google's out to get you for sure.
Why would they have to get Leroy Ford?
I don't know.
That was just above that.
Not only
they ain't even trying. Google's not even trying.
They're not even trying. And you know what the best part about all of this is? I found this picture when I searched up your height.
All of a sudden, you're at Amazon.
Who would have thought, man?
It's true.
Okay, fine. I'll show you the actual picture I found.
Like,
he's already ornery. Could you imagine if he had little person syndrome as well?
Napoleon.
Wait. And even the look on your face is like, I'm taking a picture with a garden gnome. Like, this is terrible. What if we?
Can you?
Why?
Can you sue Google?
No, I'm not finished. I'm like, yes.
Google.
Jennifer has been waiting for this all weekend.
All weekend.
He came in hot. I'm like, oh.
I don't know if you noticed, but I couldn't stop laughing last segment.
Dade South says the prices aren't the only thing low down here at Leroy Ford.
Leroy is low down. Point.
Vlad, what's your all right? No.
That was funny. That was hysterical. All right, my all right, Shedeur. Shedeur is my all right, man. You know, a lot of talk, a lot of criticism, you know, a lot of angst towards his first game, and he played very well. I just didn't like the fact that his coach acted like he didn't do anything in his post-game speech, but good job for Shedeur. Hopefully he continues playing well and maybe get the full starting job for the Cleveland Browns.
All right.
And my own, no, we talked about this earlier, bro. These damn coaches and the points not taken. I don't know if I become old school. I don't know if I love 1990s football.
It's that old school.
But I just can't understand that why teams can't just add points. By the way, for gamblers, it would help us too, you know?
For sure.
You know, for the totals and the over.
Hey, so wait, can I just tell you that if you right on the edge and the field goal would take you over?
Oh, yeah. You're like, kick the field goal. Like, let me get the over. Like, let this bet be won.
Day
But
South, I hate you. Excuse me, new guy, Mezzle Board, Leroy Cito. That is not cool. What are we
The new
doing?
Fortito by Leroy. But no, that's my that's my oh no. So my all right, Shedeur.
All right.
And my oh no is coaches and teams not taking the points.
Oh no.
Jennifer.
Somebody says my oh no is Jake Paul's reaction to Anthony Joshua.
That was
He didn't react. He didn't react at all.
No, that was his cheeks going.
Oh, it's quick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He can give you 25 pennies if you put a quarter in there.
He didn't even want to look up.
He's like, oh boy, he's tall. Oh no.
Dude, he's gonna take him and put his hand in front of him like this.
He
and
knew
keep him away
antics
like a
were gonna be done
child.
there.
Jeez.
Now I'm
Paquito
excited,
Roy.
guys.
You think if we took him back honest to just like, hey, you sure? If you gave him an out and nobody knew.
Hold on. What do you think if he comes in and say I had a workout injury?
The Royston taken?
So you're saying
the Royston kicking?
So you think a couple rounds of sparring? Oh no, I got cut.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the other thing. Who's he gonna find to spar that's big and strong like Anthony Joshua?
Don't know.
And by the way, if you spar with him, they're probably gonna knock you out too.
You spar Wilder.
Wait, I don't care, but here's the deal. I don't care who you fight with. They ain't gonna be heavyweight champ. So you ain't getting the same energy besides somebody the same size standing next to you.
The move would be to go train with Usyk. The problem is that's who Anthony Joshua is training with. Because apparently Anthony Joshua's going, he's training with the Usyk's people in Spain. That's what he said. I didn't know that. I was like, oh
my goodness.
You're training with the Ukrainians?
And Jake training with them boys. The meatheads.
We beat
Man,
you.
this is not. We have never felt this way before. Because Tobin, you've always said like Tyson ain't gonna beat him.
No, when I was there, because even this, I was like, all right. I think Anthony Joshua was gonna stomp him, and then I saw, but like I'm glad everybody saw what I saw when I was there, and I guess it was just clear. Like he had a look like, oh no, I bit off more than I can chew here. This guy is huge.
He went straight from high school to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
He skipped college. He ain't where he went, because I don't
even like the gimmicks they tried. Like they had his stupid little guy who's like, you want to bet on the fight? And Anthony Joshua's like, I'm gonna bet on the fight. I can make a ton of money doing this. I don't have to do like he didn't get goaded into anything because he's too jovial. Like he's just like,
right.
You know, and that's almost worse. Is like he's coming in here just happy-go-lucky. Wee!
We're not gonna let it go. We got like 2 more minutes and just heavy hitters on the way out. Thanks, Day South.
Tate South says Leroy's 6 foot if you had the pads.
Hey, we didn't need to read it. She flashed it. This is keep it moving.
That's our show, everybody. We will talk to you rascals tomorrow.